to the City Council meeting. Today is Monday, May 11th. I'd like to speak about public participation. There are three ways to submit public comments. One, submit written comments by the meeting day. Two, submit written comments during the meeting. And three, attend the meeting in person. To submit written comments by meeting day, please email the city clerk at dalycity.org and include public comment in the subject line. All written comments received by 4 p.m. on meeting day will be provided to the City Council prior to the meeting. Any email comments after 4 p.m. on the meeting date are not guaranteed to be received by the City Council prior to the meeting. Comments are not read aloud into the record. During the meeting, you may visit www.dalycity.org/agendas to submit comments using the public comment form to address the City Council on a specific item, or during the public comment period, and such comments are delivered to the City Council and city staff during the meeting and may be read into the record at the time they are received. To speak at the meeting in person, please complete a speaker card located at the entrance to the council chamber and submit it to a staff member as early as possible in the meeting as possible. With that being said, if we can all kindly please rise for the pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. I'd like to start off with a land acknowledgement. The City of Daly City acknowledges that we are on the ancestral lands of the Ramaytush Ohlone peoples. We recognize their enduring connection to this region and honor their history, culture, and contributions. As the indigenous protectors of this land, we affirm their sovereign rights as the original inhabitants of this land and pay respects to the ancestors, elders, and relatives of the Ramaytush Ohlone peoples. Madam City Clerk, may I have a roll call, please?
Ms. DiGiovanni,
Present.
Dr. Rod, Ms. Perano,
Present.
Ms. Manalo,
Present.
Mr. Sylvester.
Glenn Sylvester, present. Thank you very much. The next item on the agenda is presentations, and I'd like to acknowledge the first presentation is a proclamation for Mental Health Month. And who has that one? Oh, okay. Vice Mayor, would you kindly read the proclamation, please?
Thank you, Mayor. Get my glasses on. Whereas in 2023, 13% of San Mateo County adults reported poor mental health for 14 or more days in the past month, and 42% have sought professional help for their mental health. In 2023 to 2025, San Mateo County youth, grade 7, 9, and 11, reported social, emotional distress, 23%, 24%, and 25% respectively, and chronic sadness, hopelessness, 25, 27, and 26% in the past 12 months. And whereas, while behavioral health conditions are common across all types of demographics, certain communities face inequitable access to services, including people of color, immigrants, LGBTQ+ community, individuals with disabilities, veterans, youth, and older adults. And whereas on December 9th, 2025, the San Mateo County Board of Supervisors unanimously adopted resolution number 081556, affirming the county's commitment to the well-being of current and future generations, making San Mateo County the first jurisdiction in the United States to do so. And whereas the resolution recognized that with more than a quarter of San Mateo County residents being under the age of 24, and that most mental health challenges began before the age of 25, mental health is not only a present-day concern, but a generational responsibility for future generations, treating mental health as a foundational public good, not merely a clinical concern. And whereas the San Mateo County Behavioral Health and Recovery Services Office of Diversity and Equity, Felton Institute, Peninsula Suicide Prevention, Mayor's Mental Health Initiative, and partners are collectively organizing activities that San Mateo County and community members can participate in throughout the month, including free in-person and virtual events, advocacy days, and social media campaigns. And whereas the 2026 theme is Mental Health is Ours, emphasizing community, collective action, and holistic support. Ongoing updates posted at www.smchealth.org/MHM. And whereas the City of Daly City wishes to increase the public's knowledge of signs and symptoms of mental health and substance use conditions, professional and self-care practices. Now, therefore, our mayor, Glenn R. Sylvester, and the members of the City Council of the City of Daly City do hereby proclaim May 2026 as Mental Health Month in Daly City to enhance public awareness of mental health, to help end the stigma, direct members of the community to resources and support for mental health and substance use conditions, and honor the county's historic commitment to the well-being of current and future generations we create together.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. If I can have Jean Perry. Good evening. Congratulations on receiving the proclamation. Now I'll open it up to you if you would like to make some comments, especially in the area of awareness.
Good evening, Mayor Sylvester and City Council members, city managers, staff, and the people of Daly City who may be listening in. I am Jean Perry. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm serving on the San Mateo County Behavioral Health Commission. And the San Mateo County Behavioral Health Commission is committed to the goals of promoting wellness and recovery, enhancing public awareness and knowledge of mental health and substance use conditions, and eliminating stigma. Thank you to the City of Daly City for proclaiming May 2026 as Mental Health Month. Mental Health Month is observed across our county, across the state, across the United States. And this lime green ribbon is the color of Mental Health Month, and it represents how we want to bring a bright light to important issues that may be hidden or seen negatively. Mental Health Month is one of the best times of the year when we reduce stigma, connect people to services, and promote wellness for mental health and substance use conditions. And I really appreciate you fully reading the whole proclamation. Mental Health Month is important to me because of this opportunity to open minds, eyes, ears, hearts to information by which we can help ourselves and others. As the theme says this year, mental health is us. and we contribute. And having knowledge such as taking mental health first aid or taking Be Sensitive, Be Brave or attending one of the many activities this month that you can find at smchealth.org /MHM are opportunities you can take. Also, I want to say we are always seeking volunteers for the Behavioral Health Commission. There's a limit in how long we can serve, and so we're always, people are rotating off. And so we're looking for adults in the community who are willing to give their time to this effort. Also, our Children and Youth Committee of the Behavioral Health Commission has a youth advisory board, and these are youth age 14 to 24 who have the same mission. They work with us. 2 of them actually sit on the commission, and application is open right now for individuals who would like to join the Youth Action Board. And you can find out the Youth Action Board information through the Behavioral Health website, and information on applying to be a commissioner is through the Board of Supervisors site. So I'd like to challenge you to take action. And number 1, I'd like you to wear a lime green ribbon if you can come up with one. Wear it physically or virtually, like on your background this month. Or on your social media profile. You can start a conversation on sharing your knowledge about mental health. Number 2, learn more about mental health resources available to you by visiting 988.org. We're probably aware of the phone number 988, which is the national access to emergency response for mental health conditions. And that is not limited to people experiencing crisis. It's open to anyone. Someone you care about is having issues, you can call to find out how to give you direction on how to best help. The 988lifeline.org will give you more information about 988. And you probably see it like in the BART station, on Samtrans, and all over the place. So do not hesitate to dial 988 or text 988. And then finally, I'd invite you to attend a Mental Health Month activity. There's still a bunch of them. There's still a whole page of them left in this month. And on May 17th at the Lemus Farm in Half Moon Bay, they are doing goat yoga. So if that's a new wellness practice for you, I invite you to look into it. And thank you so much to the City of Daly City and to your community for recognizing Mental Health Month.
Thank you very much, Ms. Perry. Before, I would like to open it up to my colleagues for any additional comments. Okay?
I can make it really easy.
Vice Mayor, please.
Thank you, sir. This said it. It was amazing. Thank you, staff. It's a beautifully written. It has so much information. And I wanted just to thank you for being here and for doing, I don't want to say your part, but we all should do our part. But you're doing a huge part in being out into the community and letting people know there is help. And that's what's most important. So thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Councilmember Manalo, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much for all the work that you do and your volunteerism on the commission. When we think about reducing the stigma, it's really all of us together to do that. I remember, oh my gosh, this will date me because it's about 20 years ago. A thought went into my mind and I said, how come we do not have mental health providers just the same way we have a medical doctor? Mm-hmm. That, like I really felt like that it seemed like that's something that we need to really create systemically. And now 20 years later, I see more of that where like it's, you get more access and all of that. But I really think one day, on our list, there's someone there because whether it's preventative or during, when you need it the most, to reduce it. Just the way we need, our bodies, we also need that support mentally. But I do want to say I was able to do a list on there. Last Saturday, they had a Be Brave, Be Sensitive training.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, for elected officials. And yeah, and it was insightful, but also I think, realizing a lot of the stressors that me and my colleagues have, but never have the space to actually hold space for it. But I just want to say for those out there, all together, we just have to constantly remind one another it shouldn't be a stigma, and that when you need to talk to someone, you need help, it's okay. And then there's resources now like 988. And then also, I feel like we're seeing it more in the curriculum also in schools.
In our schools.
And I think that's like we're integrating that at levels where there's more an understanding of how are you really feeling, and if you need that support system in that realm. So thank you for the work that you do, the county does, and I know that city manager will be able to light up maybe City Hall with the green lights to show that we're all in unison again together. I know he did it last year, and so, so thank
We'd
you.
love to see that. And
Yeah.
people who don't know what it is, they ask, and then you tell them.
Yeah, because it kind of looks like we're like Wizard of Oz, like, whoa, because, it's green, but then it will, you're right. It'll be like, wonder why. Yeah. And so thank you for thank you, Mayor.
Welcome.
Thank you, Councilmember Manalo. Councilmember DiGiovanni.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, the fact that you're here and that we're proud to say, like, when she read the proclamation, that San Mateo County was ahead of everything. Because people don't know who's suffering, who's not suffering. And then it's up to us to have a more sensitive side to one another. And I have to say, I was going to wait till later, but the president of the Board of Supervisors, Noelia Corzo, put together a recent workshop for elected officials on Saturday. It was very well attended.
That is
and
awesome.
they had two psychologists there that really there'll probably be more, and I'm sure there will be. And the stressors that people don't know what the stressors are. And then they gave plenty of examples and gave us, groups that we could work together with, which I thought everything about it was good. So it doesn't matter what capacity you're in, any capacity. And then it was for us to also recognize others as well. So I think that we're getting there, but we're not there yet. So I think the push has to keep pushing, and then that I'm sure that we'll be able to put something on that through the mayor that will tell about the vacancies on on your commission, because I find that they're very active. I'm sure you're already active, and that everybody has a personal reason why they want to serve in a certain capacity, whether it's their self or someone in their family, a friend, or even anyone they come across. If you stop and have conversations with people, and then at the workshop, it also had ways to approach, to say, hey, I heard you having a bad day, or, just how you say it to someone. I thought it was to get people to open up if they feel like opening up, because I know culturally or PTSD or many triggers. So, but just know that very active into it, and we have to stay engaged and support one another. I think that's very important as well. So thank you for all you do. And then, we're here, but we also are out there. So to make sure we're connected to the people. Thank you.
You're
very much.
welcome. That Be Sensitive, Be Brave training is available
great.
in multiple languages.
Yeah.
And there are also culture-specific versions of it. So
Yes.
for African American people, for
Absolutely.
people who speak Tagalog, people who speak Mandarin, people who speak Spanish. So
Yeah.
it's adjusted.
Very proud. Very proud of the department. They've thought of everything, like you said, every cultural aspect of it. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember DiGiovanni. Ms. Perry, again, thank you so much for being with us here this evening. And as I think back over the years, especially with what we're dealing with nowadays, such as homelessness, you can go out on the field and try to combat homelessness by various methods. And in the earlier days, it was basically it's thought of either economic issues that caused the homelessness, drug issues, until recently, they included mental health to help diagnose what precipitated this homelessness and why. And I think having the awareness about mental health, and one thing that strike me as very, very important as well is it could be at a younger age, and we tend to overlook that, especially with our young children go through in school, which could lead to some mental health issues later on. So I think this is very, very important work. We need continued awareness like this because the need help, folks won't admit that they have a problem, and they need to know it's okay, and especially if you talk about it and share it with someone, and it's there for you. So please continue the great work that you do, the continued awareness. I had no idea to wear green today, and I wore green, and it just happened. And staff remind, oh, okay, that's pretty good. So I'm very much appreciative. Things happen for a reason. So again, thank you so much. I would like to present you the proclamation with the rest of council. If we can come down there and take a photograph with you.
Awesome, thank you.
All right.
And Mayor, as we all go down, I wanted to stand correct. Actually, City Hall is lit up in green the whole month. Thank
it?
you for that,
Wow.
City Manager.
Yeah, through the chair. It was at the suggestion of then Mayor Manalo a couple of years ago that I asked Public Works to light it up, and they did so. So it's been lit up. This will be the third year.
Wow. Great.
It's green. It was too late to tell. Okay.
Well, we get here long enough, we can see.
So, do I come up with you?
Yeah, why don't
or-
you come up here? That way, because there's only two.
Where's the, oh, there's you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you very
We'll see you today.
Once again, thank you very much, Ms. Perry, and keep up the great work. The next proclamations is for Hepatitis B Awareness Week, May 17th through the 24th. We have Walter Lai here. Walter? Come on up, Walter. And Team HBV San Jose. Great to see all of you. I'd like to turn it over to Councilmember Manalo, please.
Thank you, Mayor, for the honor to read the proclamation. The proclamations for Hepatitis B Awareness Week, May 17 to 24, 2026. Whereas hepatitis B is a serious viral infection that affects millions of people worldwide and remains one of the leading causes of liver diseases, including cirrhosis, liver cancer, and liver failure. Whereas hepatitis B is a highly contagious disease that can be transmitted through contact with blood or bodily fluids. Despite being preventable through vaccination, it remains underdiagnosed in many populations, leading to an increased risk of long-term liver damage, liver cancer, and deaths if left untreated. Whereas hepatitis B often presents with few or no symptoms in its early stages, which means individuals may unknowingly spread the virus to others. Early diagnosis, testing, and treatment are critical in preventing serious complications, including liver cancer. Whereas the Stanford Asian Liver Center's Team HBB San Jose, a nonprofit youth outreach initiative, has been at the forefront of efforts to educate young people, families, and underserved communities about hepatitis B prevention, testing, and vaccination. Team HBV San Jose plays a key role in combating the stigma surrounding hepatitis B, promoting knowledge and empowering the individuals to take the proactive steps towards their health. Whereas hepatitis B is largely preventable through a safe and effective vaccine, yet despite the availability of vaccines and treatments, global and national efforts continue to fall short of eliminating the virus, especially in communities where access to healthcare and educational resources may be limited. Increasing vaccination rates and providing equitable access to testing and medical care are essential in combating this preventable disease. Whereas the City of Daly City recognizes the importance of raising awareness about hepatitis B, encouraging testing, and promoting vaccination as key strategies in reducing the spread of the virus. By supporting local outreach efforts, we can make a meaningful impact in the fight against hepatitis B in our own community and beyond. Now, therefore, Mayor Glenn Sylvester and the members of the City Council of the City of Daly City hereby proclaim May 17, 2024-2026 as Hepatitis B Awareness Week in Daly City. Together, we can work towards eliminating the threat of this preventable and treatable disease, saving lives and improving public health. Thank you, Mayor.
Great. Thank you, Councilmember Manalo. At this time, I'll open it up to my fellow colleagues for any comments that they may have. I'll start with you, Vice Mayor. Anything? Good? Good.
I'll make it brief. I'd like to thank you, the three of you, and I look forward, before I get too much further, I look forward to hearing how you're here and why you're here. But I'd like to thank you for your efforts. And were you here last year?
Yes, Vice Mayor. I was here last year.
As I remember, yes. So it's good to see you again. So thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Councilmember DiGiovanni, anything?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I remember when you did that. So the three of you, it takes more than one person. And then I know that it's a long ways that people have gotten, that's another stigma for the hepatitis. And then this area, it's a battle in our Asian communities. And then given that we're 58% Asian in Daly City, we need to make sure that we get the word out to them, let them know that it's okay, that you have the vaccinations, and that to make sure you safeguard them and their families against something that is preventable. And I think that's really key, because a lot of information gets out there that, it kind of scares them, and I understand that. But we want them to know that they're here, they're cared about, and it's accessible. I think that's the other thing, making sure it's accessible, affordable, and that they can save lives. And I think that given the young people like you that step forward to take a cause on like this is very admirable, because you're saving lives, and that's key, to have that compassion. So I look forward to hearing from you as well. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
all three of you.
Thank you, Councilmember DiGiovanni. Councilmember Manalo, I'll make a comment because you're the one who read the proclamation. I'll leave you to make the final comment. Good to see you again this year. Thank you for everything that you do.
Yes.
Another part of awareness, whether it's in the medical field, social, economic issue, but everything is very, very important for Daly City. And as a matter of fact, here in the United States and around the world. So I want to say thank you so much for being here again this evening. It's always a pleasure to have you. And it keeps us basically up to date as to what's going on, and that we should never forget. So thank you again. Councilmember Manalo, please.
Thank you, Mayor. It just shows the commitment that you three have, that you're here again a year later, and it's really inspiring that as young people like yourselves, really pushing for this cause, which essentially is saving lives. And to think of the technology that we have today, it could be preventable. Just spreading that education and awareness is really key, and that's what you all are doing. So you should be very proud of yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, great. I see you're ready, so the floor is yours.
All right. Good evening. My name's Walton Lee, and on behalf of the Stanford Asian Liver Center and Team HPV San Jose, I'd like to thank Mayor Sylvester, Vice Mayor Prano, and the rest of the City Council for once again proclaiming May 17th through 24th as Hepatitis B Awareness Week here in Daly City. And this year, I'm honored to be joined by two of our chapter's rising leaders, Hannah Mercado and Angela Lee. And they will be sharing why this civic partnership and this recognition is such a big deal and so important for our community.
Thank you, Walton. To put the hepatitis public health crisis in perspective, HBV is a silent yet devastating liver infection that disproportionately affects Asian and Pacific Islander communities, often without symptoms until it's too late. This is a local reality with 2/3 of Daly City's residents identifying as Asian, one of the densest AAPI communities in California, coupled with the fact that 2/3 of those living with HBV are unaware that they have it. Our home on the peninsula is one of the front lines of the epidemic. Luckily, HPV is preventable through vaccination and early screening, which is why awareness is so important and why Daly City support matters so much.
Very good.
The timing of Hepatitis B Awareness Week is highly intentional, coinciding with Hepatitis Awareness Month, as well as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. This hopefully will be a staunch reminder of the communities most affected by the silent epidemic. Mayor Sylvester and Council, your city's proclamation is not just a recognition of Hepatitis B outreach efforts. It is a reminder of what can be achieved when the community comes together in the interest of public health. Thank you once again to the Council for your leadership, as well as your help in making this crisis visible.
Thank you.
Okay. Wow. A lot of things that Councilmember DiGiovanni says, I guess they got the same statistics as you, and that's very impressive, especially our youth. And starting off now, it's very heartfelt and really warm to hear your stories and why you are involved. So I'm looking at my colleagues. Did you want to give another comment before?
No.
No, we're good? Okay. Sometimes like 15 or 20 years may pass or whatever, and you look back on memories, and you're glad that you took that picture. We're going to present you the proclamation. Did you want to have a picture for your archive? So maybe 20 or 30 years from now, you look back and say you came to Daly City Council?
Yes, sir. That'd be nice.
And you can talk with, just send an email to staff, and they'll make sure they get it to you. So why don't you step up over there, the three of you? Justin?
I've grown. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Oh, this is there you go. Besides all this, you play basketball, something? Oh, wow. Oh, okay, you can't see the lens, not the picture.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, oh.
Yes.
Oh, and it's almost like mental health.
It's green, just like.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for the thought. All right. All right. Same contact. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, this is great.
Oh, wow. Goes with your green suit.
Exactly. Mind me, excuse me, folks. I'm gonna put this on right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the next presentation, and that is on Emergency Medical Services Week. And Assistant Fire Chief Nicholas Gracia is here to present the proclamation, but prior to doing so, I will read it. All right, welcome.
Mayor?
Emergency Medical Services Week. Whereas emergency medical service is a vital public service, and whereas the members of emergency medical service teams are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival, recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury. And whereas the emergency medical services system consists of first responders, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, educators, administrators, pre-hospital nurses, emergency physicians, trained members of the public, and other out-of-hospital medical care providers. And whereas the members of emergency medical services teams, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. And whereas the City of Daly City recognizes the value and the accomplishments of emergency medical service providers by designating the Emergency Medical Services Week. Now therefore, I, Glenn R. Sylvester, as your mayor, and members of the City Council of City of Daly City do hereby proclaim May 17th through the 23rd, 2026 as Emergency Medical Services Week in Daly City with the EMS strong theme, EMS Week, Improving Outcomes Together. I encourage the community to observe this week with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities in honor of the EMS profession and the essential services it provides. Signed by myself and the rest of City Council. At this time, Chief, I'd like to open it up to my colleagues for any comments. We'll start off with Vice Mayor.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'll make it brief. First of all, congratulations as our acting fire chief, Nicholas
Thank you.
Gracia. Very proud of you. Thank you for being here to represent so many men and women of our community that give service to the city of Daly City, to the residents. And it goes without saying that we're very, very lucky to have you and all your staff. You know, it's one of those things when you don't need it, but you know it's there.
Right.
That's that feeling of security. And I want to thank you for everything that you do and your staff does for the city of Daly City, for all of us. So thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Councilmember Manalo.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much for all that you do. I know at this time you're acting chief, and but also throughout your service as a firefighter all these times, and now in this role. I think when we think about when we hear those sirens go off, you know, it's like all of you out in the field, whether it's our firefighters, our police officers, getting to make sure that we are safe, right? And it's so important day in, day out to see the response times that are what we're able to reach. And given that we also have like a lot of older population in the city of Daly City, I know that some of them are even watching, that they are so grateful when you come to them and that attention and care is there. And so, oh my goodness, it's huge, the emergency medical services you all provide for our communities. We are grateful. Thank you day in and day out. And I know many others feel the same sentiment. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Manalo. Councilmember DiGiovanni.
Thank you, Mayor. Like everyone else, it's good to see you standing there and being our acting chief. We're really great with your leadership, familiar with what you do and how you handle with such a large North County fire, with all the cliff rescues and everything. You don't know when you go to a call what is really at the call. You know, kind of like it with like a structure fire or what have you. But I don't know if people really realize, like going into buildings. Someone even asked me, he said, my dad was a firefighter, why does he run into the fire? I said, well, that's what they do because they're there saving your life. Because that when you call, it's a matter of seconds. It's not even like you don't think about it because you're already prepared, you're already trained, and everyone around you is trained to work together and move quickly. So on a personal note, I have to say more than once, I am so blessed that you saved my life, and to the North County Fire, our Daly City firefighters, there is, and the EMS, unbelievable. This response time is incredible because that is what it takes, that response time. And then that also, your family serve as well, because you may not be there for the birthdays in the beginning, you may not be there for the Christmases, but you're there for us. And that's public service. So humbled and grateful forever. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember DiGiovanni. I'm going to keep mine very, very brief because obviously, you all know the advocacy that I have for emergency medical
Yes.
services in all areas. But I just wanted to leave you with this. I've been to many meetings before, and Nick, I don't know if you've ever heard me say this, but tonight you will. And attending some of these meetings, I learned that the average response time of fire to
Yep.
calls is less than 6 minutes anywhere in Daly City.
Yep.
And I've made a joke about it because it takes me over 6 minutes to get out of bed. So, needless to say, it's appreciative as to what emergency services does. As Councilmember Manalo says, the combination and the collaboration with all folks of emergency medical services to include not only fire, police, nurses, you name it, and EMTs. I think it's very, very important. And we are so fortunate to have such a great team here in Daly City. And we're just so grateful. So thank you very much. With that being said, you have the floor, sir.
Well, I'll be brief as well there, Mayor. But just to echo a couple points, it's nice during this EMS week to just remind everybody, you know, it was in the late 90s. That was just before I got here, but it was the late 90s when we started bringing paramedics onto the fire apparatus. And so at that time, there were only 2 firefighters that were paramedics. So we had one on one of the 2 busier engines, we would put our paramedics on them. And fast forward to now, we have a paramedic in the county, at least one on every piece of fire apparatus, and in a lot of cases 2. And the difference that makes is serious, because every engine, including our truck company, is carrying advanced life support medication, like you had all brought up, the response times, which we're hitting more than 90% of the time. So it's made a huge difference in a relatively short amount of time, because really, if we just go from that late 90s to now, these are truly life-saving interventions. So it's nice to recognize it. We're appreciative. I'd also just like to say it's very kind of the proclamation has everyone included. And I did want to just give a shout out to PD as well, because oftentimes they'll get on scene first. Sometimes they're doing CPR. They carry Narcan now. So it's not only fire, it really does take the community. So we're thankful to be recognized, and we'll continue to work hard for the community.
Thank you, Chief. You folks know what Narcan is? What it does? Okay, well, basically, if somebody overdoses, it's a way to bring them back.
Oh.
So that's
Save
very
lives.
important. Usually, in the earlier days, they wanted to have a medical professional of some sort, but that was difficult to do, so that you train the first responders so that they have access to it, and it can be very life-saving. Thank you for those kind words, Chief. What I would like to do is bring up Captain. Captain? Sir, if you would come up and we'll take a photo with the both of you accepting the
Yes,
proclamation.
our PD. The best.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
I just feel short.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Tom, for putting the rotation down.
All right, thank you all for working through with those proclamations, which I think is very, very important, especially for our city, and the acknowledgement and the continued awareness is very, very important. All right, moving on to the agenda. Item number 4 is the approval of the minutes of April 27th. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Manalo, second by Councilmember Di Giovanni. Any further discussion? All those in favor of accepting the minutes say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Minutes pass. Next is the item number 5, which is approval of the agenda for this evening of May 11th.
Motion to approve?
Motion by Manalo,
Second.
second by Vice Mayor Perano. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The approval of the agenda has been approved. Next item is staff communication, and I'll turn that over to staff.
Thank you.
Mr. Picolotti, thank you so much.
Thank you. And good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. I'll provide a brief update on the proposed tenant anti-harassment ordinance and the stakeholder outreach process that's underway in accordance with council direction under the tenant anti-harassment resolution number 25-168. Following the council's direction, staff has continued outreach with a broad range of stakeholders regarding the tenant protections and anti-harassment measures in Daly City. This includes tenant advocacy organizations such as Faith in Action, as well as landlords, housing providers, and representatives from the real estate community, including the San Mateo County Association of Realtors, SAMCAR, to support a balanced and productive discussion. Staff has circulated several potential meeting dates and continues coordinating schedules and participation logistics among the various stakeholder groups. Due to the number of organizations and participants involved, additional coordination is needed to identify a meeting date that best accommodates the broader discussion. The goal of this process is to bring together the diverse perspectives to help inform a potential council study session and future council discussions on tenant protections and anti-harassment measures. Staff anticipates confirming a stakeholder meeting schedule early in June and will continue keeping the council and the community as informed as the outreach efforts progress. Thank you.
Thank you, staff, specifically you, Mr. Picolotti. Thank you so much. Is there any questions or additional comments for staff at this time from any one of my colleagues? No? All right, thank you very much. Okay, next item on the agenda is oral comments. At this particular time, we have numerous cards from the public, and I'm going to open it up for oral comments at this time. I will call out names, approximately 4 or 5 names at a time, so that the next speaker can be ready for when it is their turn. And tonight, I will allow 2 minutes for the public to speak, each person. Okay, I'd like to first start off with Albie, and after Albie will be Melissa M., then Lizette Espinoza, Evelyn Ramirez, and Thelma Martinez. So those will be the next speakers. So we'll start off with Albie. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Albie. I'm a leader with Faith in Action in Bay Area here in Daly City. I've been living here for 13 years and I go to Skyline College. So just imagine the kind of vulnerability that it takes to come up here and share such personal stories of landlord harassment. What we got in response to that was our public comment time being cut in half. We keep fighting because we know that we deserve basic protection for dignified homes, yet we still have to see any real progress being made. I'm sure you're tired of hearing it, but people are tired of living it. I don't really have much to say because I'm tired of repeating myself. We really are just asking for basic protection, and it really is as straightforward as that. Everyone here, speaking or not, has taken time from their work, school, and other daily life responsibility, yet you couldn't even give us the full 2 minutes or at least show the same time adjustments for everyone. It was mentioned earlier the importance of mental health, so I just want to highlight how landlord harassments, threats, and mold are all things that are affecting the mental health of your Daly City tenants. They are not separate. You also mentioned how important it is to improve public health. Dignified homes is public health. When you have Daly City tenants facing mold and rats in their home and it's making them sick, it is very much a public health issue. So we need you to pass this anti-harassment law. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker is Melissa M., and after Melissa will be Lizette Espinoza.
Hello, my name is Melissa. I'm a leader with Faith in Action, and I'm here today to also come talk about the anti-harassment law. I'm here to support my community and to continue to keep fighting until this law is passed. I believe that as council members, you're here to help and hear the community when they are crying out for help. And as council members, you should hear us and not silence us. Cutting us our 1 minute from the 2 minute timer made us feel very upset. And I think everybody should be heard. We should not be cut from our time if we want to speak and ask for you guys' help. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Next speaker is Lizette Espinoza, and after Lizette will be Evelyn Ramirez.
Hi, my name is Lisette Espinosa Garnica. I'm the former vice mayor of Redwood City. I'm here as a member representative for the California Working Families Party for the Bay Area region. We proudly stand today with Faith in Action and their demands for anti-harassment ordinances. This is something that's essential to dignified living for everyone. We should not be having any kind of system that oppresses, marginalizes communities based on race and class. And currently, throughout the county, and in particular in Daly City, we see marginalized people, low-income residents, predominantly Black and brown communities, largely immigrant communities, are struggling to make ends meet. And on top of that, they have landlords who avoid their responsibilities, who avoid making true their promise that they will follow the law. And what is happening now is an exploitation of our legal system, which creates an economic barrier for your residents here. There is a real legal barrier, a real systemic problem in the way people can find justice for their living situations. There is an obstruction of justice when people cannot afford to live in dignified housing. In the Bay Area, the wealthiest county in this state, we are demanding that leaders show up as leaders, not as people who sit there and proclaim that they know the history, they understand that there was a genocide, that this was founded on colonialism, that mental health matters, and yet do not stand with the tenants who say that they are suffering, they are depressed, they are facing major health consequences. They cannot show up to work if they're not feeling the best, but if they do not show up for work, they lose income, and they lose all track of everything that matters around them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Evelyn Ramirez, and after Evelyn, we have a Thelma Martinez.
Okay, perfecto. Okay. Mi nombre es Evelyn Ramírez.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Will you be translating?
Yes.
Would you please state your name for the record, please?
My name is Karina Iñiguez.
And you're the translator.
I am the interpreter, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Please proceed.
Yep.
Yes.
Sure. Okay. Mi nombre es Evelyn, soy líder de Fe y Acción aquí en Daly City. He vivido en Daly City durante 3 años. Voy a la iglesia y a la escuela. Estoy aquí porque para mí es importante que todos tengamos respeto en nuestro hogar. De la manera en que vivimos, nuestro hogar depende de nuestra salud mental y física. Por esto es importante tener un hogar donde nos sintamos cómodos y respetados y sobre todo seguros. Como seres humanos no merecemos sufrir acoso en nuestro propio hogar porque se supone que es el lugar donde vivimos, el lugar donde crecemos y nos animamos a ir al mundo. De ahí nace nuestra fuerza y si no tenemos un hogar donde podamos ser libres, donde podamos sentirnos seguros con nuestra salud, donde podamos vivir de una manera cómoda, entonces no podemos tener una vida digna fuera de nuestro hogar. Por eso es importante que aprueben la ley antiacoso. Gracias.
Hello, my name is Evelyn, and I'm a leader of Face in Action here in Daly City. And I have lived in Daly City for the last 3 years, and I go to church and to school. And for me, it's very important that all the tenants have respect in our houses, in the way that we live, in our homes. And our homes depends of our mental health and our physical health. So it's very important that on the place that we live, that we can feel respected, comfortable, and safe. And we are human beings, and we need to be treated as that, and we cannot be suffering harassment from the owners, from the landlords. And because we have to live in our house, the places that we grow, the places that we feel more stronger every day, the place that where we feel safe, we really need to be comfortable. So please, you really need to pass these anti-harassment laws. Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, Ms. Thelma Martinez. Are you the?
Hello, my name is Nieves Cerdán. I am the Spanish interpreter.
Thank you so much. Okay, please.
Hola, muy buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Thelma Martínez, soy líder en Fe en Acción. Mi experiencia fue terrible en el lugar donde yo vivía con mi familia. Mis 2 hijos menores de edad estaban infectados de ratas y varios insectos. La humedad era terrible para la salud de nosotros. Mi niño menor tiene autismo y se enfermaba mucho sobre gripe. Tenía problemas en sus pulmoncitos y la verdad fue un trauma para ellos y pues para mí también vivir en esas condiciones. Y el dueño de la vivienda pues nunca hizo nada.
My experience was terrible in the place where we used to live with my family. It was all full of rats and other kind of insects. There was very humid, it was a lot of humidity there, and it and we had to face and we had to keep living in this situation. My youngest son, suffered from the flu. He had problems in his lungs, so we had a lot of trauma, my kids and me. And the owner never did anything about it.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, the next 5 speakers will be Francisca Pavon, Carmen Ortega, Kalima Salahuddin, Ashley Budelli, and Samantha Jasso. So we'll first start off with Francisca Pavon. Okay, let the record show that Ms. Pavon has a translator. Okay,
Hello, my name is Karina Ñiguez, and I'm the interpreter.
thank you.
Hola, buenas noches. Voy a leer este papel por Francisca. Ella me dio la autorización.
Yeah. So I am reading the paper from Francisca. She authorized me to read her paper.
Okay, I'll defer to Madam City Attorney. This is not the actual person, but basically speaking on behalf of the person?
That's okay.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Please proceed. Thank you, Teresa.
Y lo voy a leer porque ella fue por salud, que no se quedó.
Okay. So I'm reading her paper because she has to leave because she didn't feel well.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay. Francisca Pavón es líder de Fe en Acción, vive en Daly City por 16 años, va a la iglesia Holy Angie, está aquí para pedir a los concejales, a las personas del municipal que introduzcan la ley antiacoso para que actúen con urgencia para proteger a nuestra comunidad. En este momento estoy ahora aquí porque estoy siendo desalojada sin motivo. En este momento solo me han pedido verbalmente y tenemos muchos problemas de reparación. Y esta ley nos ayudaría para estos problemas, para estar seguros, dignos y ser escuchados. Por favor, les pido que introduzcan esta ley lo más pronto posible. Gracias.
My name is Francisca Pavón, and I'm leader of Faith in Action, and I go to the church, to Holy Church, and I'm asking if please, the problem I have is that I'm having been evicted right now and I don't have a cause. And at this time, I have a lot of problem. They just told me verbally that I will be evicted. And we have several problems of reparations in the house. And this law will help us for all the problems that we have, and we have in a safe place and live in dignity, in dignified houses. And this law will help us to be here. And please, I ask you to pass this law, the anti-harassment law. Thanks.
Thank you. Have Carmen Ortega. And Carmen also has interpreter, please.
Hello, my name is Karina Ñiguez, again, the interpreter.
Thank you.
Hola, mi nombre es Carmen Ortega. Soy una líder con fe y acción. Soy una madre soltera con 3 hijos y he vivido en Daly City durante 10 años. En nuestro apartamento tenemos problemas de moho, pero lo que más me afecta es que mi dueño nunca quiere arreglar la llave de la ducha, que no ha funcionado por varios años. Cuando uno se baña sale mucha agua debajo de la llave y el dueño me ignora. No quiero seguir insistiendo porque no quiero que me suba más la renta. Ahora ya tengo que pagar más por el problema de la llave porque el bill del agua es más alto. Gracias.
Hello, my name is Carmen Ortega, and I'm a leader of Faith in Action, and I'm a single mother of 3 kids, and I have lived in Daly City for the last 10 years. And in our apartment, we have problems of moho, and this is something that really affects us, and the owner, the landlord doesn't care, and he doesn't want, for example, to change the shower faucet, that it hasn't been working for several years. When you take a bath, there is a lot of water going through the faucet, and the landlord ignore what I'm telling. And I don't want to continue asking him because I'm afraid that he will increase my rent. And right now I have to pay a higher bill for water because I have a lot of work for the problem I have with the shower faucet. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, next is Kalima Salahuddin, and after Ms. Salahuddin is Ashley Budeli.
Hello, my name is Kalima Salahuddin. I'm a former school board member of the Jefferson Union High School District and currently here representing the REACH Coalition to support Faith in Action. Today is my daughter's, I have twins, 28th birthday. But I'm here today because in our moment of need, which Councilmember Manalo was able to see a video about it because she was at the gala, people spoke up for my family and we were able to move forward and prosper. And so that's community, you pay that forward, and I'm here today to speak up for families who lived and had to live in conditions that we were forced to live in when I was a single mom with 3 kids. And there's mold on the wall. And, you know, the insulation is so thin when they were hammering on it, the hammer went through the wall outside and into the apartment. And you're afraid because I didn't want to be homeless again. I was homeless. You're afraid to complain. So imagine if that's compounded with the intersectionality of being an immigrant or not being able to speak English. And so I'm happy to hear that you're moving forward on some action today. But I'm here because I want to fight for my community. That's why I do everything I do. I want to fight for my community. I can't control what's happening out there, but we can control what's happening here. And we can make sure that people feel safe. I can tell you that the biggest mental health issue for me and my family was living in squalor that I was paying $3,000 a month for. Squalor. And it doesn't have to be that way. Because collectively working together, we can make a difference and we can make it better. So I'm here again to say I'm ready to support you in whatever way I can possible because they are me back then. And so I want to make sure that no one has to continue to live and go through the conditions that I went through with my family and that they are currently going through now. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Next is Ashley Budeli, and after Ms. Budeli will be Samantha Jasso. Good evening.
Good evening, Council. My name is Ashley Budeli, and I'm a 20-year Daly City resident. And I'm here in solidarity with Faith in Action Bay Area Daly City leaders. I'm here again today to ask the council and city staff to introduce the tenant anti-harassment law and act with urgency to protect our community. In March, my time for public comment was cut in half, while other people got the full time. I felt silence. So I'm here again to be heard fully and because we want to see the law introduced. Every day we do not have these protections is a choice to allow vulnerable tenants to suffer, like myself. We've been showing up to these city council meetings, sharing our stories and photos in this chamber, living in conditions that are unacceptable, like mold, pests, and unclean brown water. Imagine that for yourself. Everyone deserves a dignified home. Us Daly City residents will no longer suffer in silence. Today, we just heard a proclamation about mental health, with this year's slogan being mental health is ours. What does living in unsafe conditions do to our mental health? You have the opportunity to improve Daly City residents' mental health by passing the tenant anti-harassment law now. Thank you.
Thank you. Gasso?
Good evening. My name is Samantha Josso, and I'm a leader with Faith in Action Bay Area here in Daly City. I've been living in Daly City for 15 years, and I go to Jefferson High School. And I'm here again today to ask council and city staff to introduce the tenant anti-harassment law and act with urgency to protect our community. Too often do landlords not care for tenants, which leaves families feeling isolated and as if problems with housing is their fault. In my experience, my family will have problems such as with the shower head or stove or cabinet doors, but they feel too scared and are ashamed to ask the landlord and instead try to fix everything themselves, even if they don't really know how to. Although my family and many others may not know it, they're not alone, and problems like these are not isolated events. They're often built off exploitation and feed off of fear. We need dignified homes in Daly City so that families, such as mine, are not shamed into staying silent when they need help. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, the next 5 speakers will be Rosa Dalia Garcia, Atin Zar, Sochi Espinoza, Neil, and Leanna Hughley. Hughie.
Hola.
Okay, so, is it Rosa Dalia Garcia?
Sí.
And we have a interpreter. Okay.
Debe ser Dan, de intérprete.
Okay, thank you, please.
Sí. Hola, buenas tardes. Soy Rosidalia García. Vivo en Wesley desde 2017 y desde esa fecha, año a año suben la renta. Empecé pagando 2,600, hoy pago 3,300 y ya nos acosan con el pago de la renta, cobrando $50 si se pasan el día 3. Tengo moho en una habitación y ya puse el caso y no me han llamado ni tengo ninguna respuesta. Gracias.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rosalinda Garcia. I live in Westlake since 2017. And since that date, I have been year after year experiencing the increase of the rent payment. I used to pay $2,600 and today I pay $3,300. They harass us about the payment of the rent. And if we don't pay on time, if we don't pay the day 3 of each month, they will make us pay $50 more. I have mold in one of the rooms, and I already talked about my case. Nobody called me. I don't have any answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Atin Zar. And after 10 will be Sochi Espinoza.
Hello, good evening, Mayor and City Council. My name is Denza. I'm a leader with Faith in Action Bay Area. I live in Daly City about 1 year. and then study and then living in the neighbor. I'm here again today to ask the council and city staff to introduce the tenant anti-harassment law and the act with urgent to protect our community. Even though we pay the high rental fees and then pay the high utility bills, they charge over the 100 over person living in the house. And then we don't have no laundry access, other leg or repairs, and then limited access to the electricity at night. And then so that my daughters and schooler have to miss multiple days of the school because of the sickness caused by the inadequate situation at home. Also, they give us an illegal eviction notice when I speak out about this, and we have to face the unstable situation, difficult time to rent out the places, and then they block us from the rent from the another places. That means that we cannot find another places to rent for a long time, and they verbally admitted to that fact. Also, this crisis caused a mental issue for the community and renter, and then stress. We have a mentally and emotionally broke up and then threaten our physical safety. Thank you for hearing us, and we went as fairly for our public comment, and then we went to be fully heard about the story. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have Sochi Espinoza, and after that would be Neil.
Hi, my name is Sochi Espinoza, and I'm a leader with Faith in Action Bay Area. I'm here again to ask council and city staff to introduce the tenant anti-harassment law. We're here at least 3 times now, and we haven't seen any progress. There seems to always be a barrier of some kind. Our community is tired. You'll hear the same things: bad utilities, harassment, overall bad mental health. And it just keeps continuing. It gets worse even. When our time was cut in half, well, I felt rushed for once, and I feel like a lot of people were. And everyone deserves to have their story heard. All my colleagues, everyone who faces this harassment deserves to be heard. So when we were ignored, it really harmed the community. So no matter how hard you try to ignore us, we'll keep coming back. We'll keep fighting. Thank you.
Next is Neil, and then Leanna Hughley.
Good evening, neighbors. My name is Neil. I'm a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation and have been living in Daly City for 15 years. I'm here in solidarity with Faith in Action Daly City and demand that the council seriously introduce a tenant anti-harassment law. Do you know what would actually help address mental health in Daly City this May? Protecting our workers' lives and homes. When we don't know where our next meal will come from or if we might have to move to a new home this week or next week, when we live in mold and rodents, and when students are distracted by an unstable life, of course our mental health is going to be ruined. It should not be a question that tenant harassment is a violation of human rights and an intensification of our healthcare and affordability crisis. Allowing this to continue is an attack on immigrants, on women, Black and Latino families, and all workers. We need action, not intention. Let's also not forget that at our last meeting in March, our speaking time was cut in half while some other people received the full time. It's the duty of any public servant, such as our city council, to hear all of their constituents when we have concerns. Cutting speaking time on a whim, especially when there is need for translation, tells the workers of Daly City that city council only cares on their own time. To my fellow community members and neighbors, it's been almost 6 months since our first meeting here back in November. What happens if our politicians can't give us the change we need? We have to build something that will make change. We have to build a movement in the thousands demanding safety and dignity in Daly City. I want strong leaders and workers to represent me in government. Leaders like Wendy, like Melissa, like Leonardo, like Adele, like Tinzar, like Sandro, like Sochi, like Evelyn, and all of the other leaders in Faith in Action. It's not enough just to put people in office, though. We have to replace capitalism because it puts profits over people. It puts billionaires and millionaire landlords over hundreds of thousands of struggling workers and their families. California is worth $4 trillion and is the fourth largest economy in the world, but refuses to support its people. We need to build a government and economy
please finish up, please?
that puts people over profit, and that system is socialism.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, we have Leanna Huey.
My name is Lyanna Huey.
Huey.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm here with Faith in Action Bay Area of Daly City. I was raised in Daly City, came back and raised my children here. I live in Westlake Apartments. I'm dealing with black mold. My mother had lung failure from the black mold. My rent keeps going up, but nothing's being fixed in my apartment. I am a part of the community. I'm the crossing guard that used to be there at John Daly in Park Plaza. Now I'm up at Westlake. I am a yard supervisor. I am a teacher's aide. I'm a substitute teacher. And I'm living like a beggar. All I want to do is have a safe home for my granddaughter that I am raising. She's 12 years old. Please, pass this law. I need it bad. I've been threatened with a place to live. I have it in my phone right now, a last notice. And what they're filing on me is because I have clutter in my house. They told me that I had to get everything out of my garage that my mother left behind. Now they want to come in and fix my apartment. I went out and was trying to take things out, and some things fell on my head in the storage. I'm 55 years old. I might not look it. I raised beautiful children. I have a son that is a San Francisco police officer. I have a son that is going back to school to get his science he's on the dean's list. I have a daughter that's working, taking care of herself. All I'm asking you, give me the opportunity to take care of myself and my granddaughter by having a safe place to live, by not being threatened. My rent is up to date, but I'm still being threatened of having a roof over my head. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, the next 5 speakers we have will be Sylvester Olivos, Angel, Melinda Barry, Leonardo Monteza. That's and Adele Manasala. Okay, so we'll start off with Sylvester Olivos.
Good evening, City Council. Anyone that's ever rented in the Bay can tell you that landlords have massive power over tenants. Tenant harassment isn't just some unfortunate, random, rare phenomena that comes from a handful of bad apples. It's not theoretical, and it's not exaggerated from disgruntled renters. And this isn't some scam from renters that just want lower rent. This is a struggle faced by, and you need to appreciate this, a huge proportion of your constituents here in Daly City. It's a tool used by landlords that know they won't be held accountable when they clear out units when market rates increase, and they intimidate tenants into silence about neglected housing conditions, unfair rent, and even physical abuse. And it's no secret that landlords have massive political sway as a huge economic interest in the United States and in California especially. They have lobbyists, lawyers, media influence, and money that's used to protect their interests by suppressing tenants' rights efforts. Tenants face an uphill battle for basic rights, but fights like these are won with the strength of the masses, and you can be sure that we'll continue to show up here to make our voices heard. No one's saying that every landlord in Daly City abuses their tenants, and we aren't demanding that the City Council acts against those landlords' economic interests. We are simply asking for reasonable anti-harassment legislation for the people that make the city run. These tenants build the roads, they drive the buses, and they teach our kids to read. What fear or hesitation could you possibly have for common sense legislation that protects the working class? We have to move forward towards a future where we treat housing as a right and not as a privilege. And the first step to that is demanding accountability from our landlords. Thank you.
All right, next is Angel.
Hi, my name is Angel. I'm a leader with Faith in Action here in Daly City. I just want to say I believe it was very unfair. Our time was cut last time we were here. And I believe that if you really care for your city's health, well-being, living, you would pass this anti-harassment law. Thank you.
Thank you, Angel. Next is Wendy Cruz.
Solo lo acepto, pues te voy a parar. Ok. Se va presentando.
Spanish interpreter Nieves Cerdán.
Thank you.
Buenas noches nuevamente. Mi nombre es Wendy Cruz. Soy líder de Fe en Acción de hace 7 años. Esta noche estoy aquí porque estamos apoyando la ley antiacoso. Hemos trabajado bastante en la ley antiacoso. Hemos tenido muchas investigaciones.
Good afternoon again. My name is Wendy Cruz. I'm a leader of Faith in Action since 7 years ago. This evening, I'm here because I want to support the anti-harassment law. We have been working a lot in this law about this law, and we have made a lot of investigations.
Y esta noche les pido amablemente que si pueden introducirla para poder tener más ayuda.
So this evening, I'm asking you kindly, if you could please pass this law so we could have more help.
Porque en el pasado también fui desalojada y tenía mis hijos pequeños y no quiero que las personas sigan sufriendo ese sufrimiento porque hay mucho dolor en la comunidad.
Because in the past, I was evicted as well. I have to leave my home and I have little children. I don't want that to happen again. There is a lot of pain in the community.
Muchas gracias porque sé que van a tomar una acción después de escuchar la comunidad y el dolor de la comunidad. Gracias.
Thank you so much because I know that an action is going to be made after listening the community and knowing that there is a lot of pain in the community. Thank you.
Good. Yeah, I got my cards mixed up here. Did I make mention Melinda Barry? Did I mention your name, Melinda? Did I mention your name earlier? Oh, okay, great. I just. I'll be fast. Okay, you're next. Please come on up.
Hi, my name is Melinda Berry, and I'm just here to just represent that it isn't one group of people that this affects. It seems that there is a lot of people that are trying to represent, but I want to let you know that after 30 years of service here, it also is affecting me. And I'm living in a rental, and I'm not going to go over all the lists and take up your time, but the same thing happens. So I'm just asking you to take action on this item. I've attended one meeting, but to go forward and take action. Most of you know me, and if there's any questions, I would be happy to talk about some of those examples, but I'm not going to take the time to do that because people have talked a lot of them, and a lot of them are the same, but it affects everybody. And I never expected that to affect me, but it did. It was great when that was the owner of that property, but once that switched out and she aged out, I have the same story as everybody here. So I just want to make my voice heard, even though I do not like public speaking anymore. So I thank you for your time, and that is all I need to say.
Thank you, Ms. Perry. Okay, Leonardo Monteza. And after Leonardo, we have Adele Manasala.
Good evening, Mayor.
Hi.
I'm Lisa Robertura, a Tagalog interpreter for Leonardo.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and all members, council members. My name is Leonardo Montesa. I'm a leader in Faith in Action. And I've been living in 15 years in Daly City. And ang gusto namin mangyari, may ipasa ang batas na to para may proteksyon kami, lalo na sarang upaan at may panatag kaming kalooban. Sana wag nating ipamana ang dumarating na henerasyon sa anak natin para hindi mahirapan tulad ng anti-harassment. Please pass the law, not tomorrow o hindi sa darating na bukas, ngayon. Please. Thank you and God bless you.
My name is Leonardo, and I've been living in Daly City for the last 11 years. And I'm here to request the council to please pass the tenant anti-harassment law to give protection to the tenants and to give us peace of mind and peace of heart. We would not like our children and this problem to pass to the next generation, to experience the same problem and pass this to our children. And if you can pass the law, not tomorrow, but now, so please, God bless you all.
Thank you. Hey, Adele Manasala.
I'm Lisa again to interpret for Adele.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Ako po si Adelaida Manansala. Nakatira po dito. 7 years na po ako nakatira dito sa Daly City. Ako po ay yung inupahan ko na pinapasukan ako sa kwarto na minumura, pinapagalitan, at talaga pong 4:00 ng madaling araw, gabi, pinapasukan ako. Pero po nakapag-taste po ako kung siyempre po talaga pong hirap na hirap. Kung minsan po yung kwarto ko pa, binabaha pa po, dahil garahe lang ang aking tinatirahan. Kaya po, mabuti po nakapasok po ako dito sa Faith Action. Sila lang po tumutulong sa akin. Kung wala po ang Faith Action, wala po akong, baka po mahirapan po ako talaga sa buhay. Mabuti po sila po nagmamalasakit sa akin, sila nag-atid sundo, pick upin ako, Kaya po nagpapasalamat po ako sa Faith Action. Dahil po kung di po sa kanila, wala po talaga ako. Dahil po, solo ko po, ako lang po mag-isa. Kaya po talagang hirap po talagang Kaya po paulit-ulit po namin sinasabi po sa inyo yan para po malalaman lang po ninyo. Kaya maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. God bless you po.
My name is Adele, and I'm living in Daly City for 7 years, and I have a share of experience from my landlord. I experienced like loss of privacy. My landlord entered my unit without hesitation during wee hours in the morning or even evenings, and I experienced verbal abuse, hearing hurtful words from my landlord. And I would like to thank Faith in Action for helping me because I entered Faith in Action and they were the ones who helped me settle this. Thank you very much.
Okay. We have next, looks like a Cash Owens, Adelia Siqueira, Fernando Moriera, and Sandro B. So we'll start off with Cash Owens.
It's Kevin Owens. Sorry, my handwriting's not great, despite being a
This is
teacher.
mine. Thank you for that. All right.
So my
you,
name is
sir.
Kevin Owens. I'm a teacher at TRP. I'm on the executive board of Jefferson Elementary Federation of Teachers, and I'm here speaking on behalf of my union. I spent the time since the last council meeting thinking about why was our time cut short. I didn't really understand it. And the only thing I could come up with is that perhaps there's some people here who would rather represent the interests of our landlords instead of all the people who are here, the residents of Daly City. And honestly, after hearing the communication from our esteemed city manager, I think you kind of confirmed that. The group that is meeting is an equal representation of people who live in Daly City, the tens of thousands of renters, with a couple people from the Realtors Association. Like, how many of them live in Daly City? How many of them represent the people of Daly City? We need a government that actually represents the people here and works to support the people and support our community. By refusing to work with our coalition, the City Council and the local government of Daly City is standing against our immigrant and our low-income community and standing with the millionaire small landlords and the billionaire corporate landlords. I did some research in looking into who owns the Westlake Apartments. This is the largest apartment complex here. And I found out it's a company that was started and run by a billionaire Zionist named Ron Zeff. And while you all were passing the ceasefire resolution 2024, he donated $50,000 to AIPAC. Now, that $50,000 could have fixed Ms. Huey's mold that she had. It could have done a lot to help the people of Daly City, but he sent it instead to lobby for Israel and more bombs. So this guy, Ron Zeff, he lives in a 7,000 square foot mansion in Pack Heights. He's probably never set foot in Daly City. And the people in Westlake Apartment are living in decaying and small, cramped apartments. How can you justify representing his interests over the people here? I don't really understand it. Who are we standing for? Are we standing with the people of Daly City, the tens of thousands of people who deserve justice, or are we standing with the billionaire landlords? Thank you.
Is it Delia Siqueira? Or is it Delta Siqueira?
You have to go home.
Thank you. Okay, next is Fernanda Moriera.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Fernanda. I'm a leader with Faith in Action, and I attend Jefferson High School. My family and I used to live in Westlake Apartments. We used to have a mold in our unit. And for the longest time, we thought we were the issue. It wasn't until we talked to other tenants that we realized we weren't the only ones having that issue. Knowing this, we decided to report it to the Westlake administration, only to be told that they couldn't do anything about it. The mold caused me and my little sister to start developing allergic reactions on our skin. Our parents and us had constant respiratory issues. Thankfully, we were able to move to South San Francisco and find a better place to live in. However, this is not possible for many tenants. Therefore, I stand here today to ask you to take action in order to preserve tenants' physical and mental health. Thank you.
And we have Sandro B.
Hello, Council, Mayor, Vice Mayor. My name is Sandro B. I am a leader with Faith in Action here in Daly City. I have been living in Daly City my whole life. I am here again to ask the council and the city to pass and to introduce the anti-harassment law. The act and to act with urgency to protect our community. Last time in March, public comment was cut in half to only Faith in Action, and that made us feel silenced. As the time goes on without the law, our voices will only be louder, and our stories about tenant harassment and unsafe living will be more powerful. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes public comment for this evening. Madam City Clerk, have you received any other additional cards during the period? All right, thank you all for being here this evening. And with that said, we're going to continue along with the agenda items. All right, the next item on the agenda is consent agenda. And I'll open it up for a motion or bifurcation of any one of the items that we have on the consent agenda. Anyone?
Motion to approve consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Consent agenda has been approved. Thank you very much. All right, that's the end of the consent agenda. We'll move to public hearings. Item number 15, National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System, Local Stormwater Program Regulatory Fee. Mr. Chu. Good evening, Mr. Chu.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
May I excuse myself for the restroom? I'll be right back.
Oh, can we?
I apologize.
Yeah, let's recess for about 3 to 5 minutes. Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chu.
Thank you,
for your
Mr. Chu.
patience. Okay?
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Mayor.
Absolutely. Why didn't she go this way? I know, really. I saw you pull out your thing and charge your phone. And I had given one to one of my kids. Oh, I know she. I have it. Do you know she? Yeah. You are you right. Did you try to work? Oh. Great. Then you just charge it and then I just oh, nice. And you actually used it, huh? Yeah. I get a whole lot of stuff. No, well, on another note, I had gotten one and then I saw something with this cute umbrella. Yeah. And I thought it was orange bottle or something like that. Oh, no, it was and I had no idea, but anyway, I gave one of these to the it's the same thing. Yeah, this is the charger. And, oh, this is, it's a fast charger. And saying where's the plug? Right. Oh. I don't. Well, that's the charger. I mean, well, no, you could plug it in here and it go into here. Yeah. But if you don't, you just. Yeah. That's very. That's a to reconvene our meeting. Item number 15th, and National Pollutant Discharge, that's a mouthful, Elimination System Local Stormwater Program Regulatory Fee. Mr. Chu.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council. This is a routine item that we come before the council every year. This is for the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System Local Stormwater Program Regulatory Fees. The city first established a stormwater fee in 1995. This was a few years after the NPDES regulatory program was initially established in 1991. This fee was established to help finance the many new municipal activities required to comply with this program. Every year, as part of the city's budget, staff anticipates the continuation of the current regulatory fees enacted under Ordinance Number 1219 in 1995. This is to finance the locally specific program activities required under the conditions of the municipal regional permit. Public Works staff estimates that the local stormwater program activity costs for fiscal year 26-27 at approximately $557,000. This amount is derived from local personnel equipment, rental, and inspection costs set forth in the program description that's attached to the staff report. The fees assessed to the property owners for the Daly City local program have not increased in the past 30 years, and they are proposed to remain the same for the time being. The fees to be collected are estimated to generate approximately $470,000 in revenue towards program cost. Currently, local stormwater program activity costs exceed the revenues derived from the property assessments due to cost escalations over time, as well as imposition of new activities since the fee was first established. With the future needs to implement more green infrastructure type projects, an increase in the stormwater fee assessment will likely be required in the near future. In addition, there's also some additional discussions going on with San Francisco in which part of the city drains into that system. So there is ongoing discussion in regards to the need to increase the cost. So in summary, staff is recommending that the council conduct a public hearing and then also re-adopt the existing NPDES regulatory fees and authorize the county assessor's office to collect the fees on behalf of the city of Daly City. That concludes my presentation. I'd be happy to answer any questions that the council may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chu. Any questions?
No.
Okay, hearing none and seeing none, I'd like to open it up now for public comment. Do we have any public comment on this issue, Madam City Clerk? No cards. Like to have a motion to close the public comment at this time.
Motion to close?
We got a
Second.
First and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? None. So with that being said, I'll entertain a motion to accept the NPDES System Local Stormwater Program regulatory fee as outlined.
I'd like to make a
This evening?
motion to accept that.
Okay, we have a motion by Vice Mayor Perano, second by Councilmember Manalo. Any further discussion? May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. DiGiovanni?
Aye.
Ms. Perano?
Aye.
Ms. Manalo?
Aye.
Mr. Sylvester?
Glenn Sylvester, aye. Thank you very much. Thank you. Moving on to item number 16, introduction of ordinance adding chapter 2.34 and amending various chapters related to boards and commissions. And we have Leilani. Good evening, Leilani.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members.
Leilani, you feel comfortable standing there? Would you like to sit down? Are you comfortable? I mean, whatever you want. I mean, you know, but feel free. Okay.
Good evening. Tonight's public hearing will introduce an ordinance requesting to add Chapter 2.34 to the Daly City Municipal Code to establish uniform provisions for city boards and commissions, as well as amend various chapters to align with the new chapter. By way of background, the city currently maintains multiple boards and commissions. Provisions governing compensation, attendance, and removal of members are currently set forth in various chapters of the municipal code and are not uniform. An ad hoc committee consisting of Mayor Glenn Sylvester and Vice Mayor Teresa Parano met on February 5, 2026 and March 30, 2026 to establish uniformity and ensure all appointed members have clear guidelines and standards to successfully perform in their advisory roles. Establishment of Chapter 2.34 creates a centralized framework governing key administrative aspects of all city boards and commissions. It applies broadly unless superseded by state law or specific provisions in other chapters. Chapter 2.34 standardizes compensation at $50 per meeting attended. Compensation shall not be provided for absences, canceled meetings, or informal gatherings. It also authorizes reimbursement for actual and necessary expenses incurred by members where applicable. Chapter 2.34 sets the expectation that members are expected to attend all regular meetings and defines excessive absences as 3 absences or absences from 20% or more of the regular meetings within a 12-month period. Chapter 2.34 introduces a clear process for addressing excessive absences and allows the council to declare a vacancy after notice and an opportunity is provided to the member. Chapter 2.34 defines the grounds of removal, including ethics violations, misconduct, and the inability to perform duties. It also authorizes the council to remove members by majority vote, except where supermajority requirements are applicable, such as for the Planning Commission and Personnel Board. The chapter also provides boards and commissions the opportunity to recommend removal of their members while preserving the City Council's final authority to do so. It also outlines the oath of office administration procedure. The city manager shall coordinate the process with the mayor to administer the oaths, and only in the absence of the mayor shall the city clerk administer the oath. The ordinance repeals inconsistent provisions within individual chapters and replaces them with a uniform cross-reference to Chapter 2.34 while preserving any legally required exceptions as outlined in the staff report. The intent of this request is to improve consistency, transparency, accountability, administrative efficiency, and flexibility. Staff recommends that the City Council add Chapter 2.34 and amend various chapters related to boards and commissions. Staff is available to provide any additional information to the mayor, vice mayor, and council members.
All right, thank you, Leilani. It's been a work in progress, as you had made mention. And the main purpose of this ordinance is basically to ensure transparency, that also our commissions can get business done within the city. All too often, for one reason or another, meetings have had to be canceled. And not too long ago, one of our commissions reached out to us, to all of council, of their concerns about having a lack of quorum. But I feel that uniformity amongst all commissions is should be across the board. That is one of the reasons, as you saw, one of them about the attendance of the meetings. 3 meetings, if you miss 3 meetings, we can get together and decide whether the position is vacant, and we move forward to filling that vacancy as a result of absences. But that does not preclude the individual involved to be heard before council. But if you also notice, we have some commissions that doesn't meet every month. For instance, I think the Personnel Board, I think they may even meet only twice a year or even once a year. So that's why we put in a percentage also, so it can apply to them. So a commission that meets 12 every month and 3 absences, 3 in the 12, that's, what's that, 25%. But then if you have a personnel board only meets once or twice a year, 20%, 20% times 2, that's a half of a meeting, point 0.4. So we tried to be fair across the board, but I'd like to thank Vice Mayor Perano, who offered many ideas also, and the way we did this to address the concerns that we have at the particular time. And we don't have all the answers, but this is something that, as a collaborative, I think is a good policy. And something that's also changed was compensation for our commissioners as well. So whether that would provide the incentive, we're hoping that since it's a volunteer position, that the compensation was not the issue as to why we have absences. Folks have absences for different reasons and causes. So that's my take on it. And Vice Mayor, did I leave anything out, or did you want to add anything?
No, and I'd like to thank you because for just initiating this. I think it's important to for a few reasons. Number one, it's nice to have a meeting and have a complete meeting when you have enough commissioners there to have a meeting, and also the compensation if they need to buy dinner or gas or a babysitter or whatever it is, and just show our appreciation. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Anyone else, any comments? Yes, Councilmember Manalo.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I want to say thank you, Mayor and Vice Mayor, for your extensive work on this. We know that our commissioners are an integral part of our city government as far as hearing from them and their input. And when you look at civic engagement, it's really one of those arenas where we get our residents to get more involved, or small businesses. So thank you for being so thoughtful in looking at ways to ensure that business continues and that there isn't any kind of pauses in the work that needs to be done because of a lack of quorum. And so I know that this was definitely top of your agenda, Mayor, and thank you for the work, Vice Mayor, as well.
Thank you, Councilmember Manalo. Any other comments? Councilmember DiGiovanni, please.
Yeah, after reading through it as well, I think it's a really good policy. And I think that you allow, because I do know, just like us, when we get sick or whatever, if we can hear from the member, some do have valid reasons that they're really uncomfortable, talking about why they haven't been able to attend, whether it be medical or some other things. But if we provide a space for that, I don't know how that would work, but how we provide a space where they feel comfortable in letting us know, is there something reason, or, like, why did you couldn't come, whether it's an illness or children's illness or whomever, right? We don't know, or someone passed. So I think that you guys provided that space, and that to let them know, and because they're volunteers, that it respects them. Like I like what Vice Mayor said. You're right, or I think it was also Councilmember Manalo. Like if there's maybe, like you said, dinner right after work, they can't make it, and so this just to say in gratitude. The $50. So like, we appreciate you, and gas is $8, almost $8, not yet. Don't want to say it. And so at that point, everything adds up for everyone. So I think that was very thoughtful to make sure that does that. And then if we can still provide, because I know some have valid reasons, but they have not been able to given a spot to come forward and to address the council. And I think it's a really good policy. And then I was going to ask through the mayor and vice mayor, is it also intended, are we going to continue that each person still does their own commissioner? Or are we going to do like South City does where they interview everyone that applies for a certain position? Or does that separate policy?
Thank you, Councilmember Di Giovanni. I can give you my thoughts on it, and and let the rest of
Separate policy?
my colleagues know. First of all, on your appearance, the whole idea is to get everyone together.
Yeah.
And even though Dr. Rod is not here tonight,
Right.
we still have a quorum.
Yep.
But I still miss him.
Yeah.
And, and hopefully this can spread across all of our commissioners, because we're here to do the job of, they're volunteers. We're here to do the job of taking care of the city's business. Now, your question is, and I did think about that as well. Madam City Attorney, please chime in. It is my firm belief to ensure transparency and uniformity across the dais that every council member who nominates someone, they get a nomination and they basically have top priority. And in that process, if we ask questions, which I'm sure can be done once a nomination has been made. Like, say, for instance, a council member does not know a particular person, and I would encourage the nominating council member to provide a brief
Okay.
history as to who the person is, so it can also help us to come to a collaborative agreement in the final appointment to a commission. That's the way I take it.
So-
In the absence of that, I think having that information is very important, so that we can all collaborate together
Yeah.
and make a decision.
Yeah, I like that, Mayor, because I like that you guys do that. Because lack of quorum gives the other ones like it's like a lack of morale on their side, another council meeting, and we want to keep them engaged, right? So if they keep missing and don't have a quorum, then that's very, what do you call it? Not morale, but you know what I'm saying? They feel disengaged because they signed up to do that. They're probably excited to come to the meeting. Then they receive an email, canceled due to lack of quorum. So commend both of you guys on the work that you did, and I think it was thoughtful in a lot of areas. It shows that how much we care about them, and then also the staff as well and their time that they're spending with these commissioners. And I like the idea, even though it's not even formalized, but I think all of us would agree through the mayor that if someone doesn't know their commissioner that they're thinking, if they want to give a little background about them, and so that everybody can get to know the commissioners as well, right? So I thought that was good. So thank you very much, and to both of you, it's a good policy. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Before we move on, I'd like to thank city staff
Yeah, city attorney. Thank you.
for the copious notes that they were taking for these meetings. And when I would chime in, well, what about this? Or what about, all covered, all covered. And we all tried to cover everything. And Madam City Attorney, I think this is very well written. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't have any legalese, but it's easy to understand. So I really appreciate
Yeah.
that. So
Thank you, Leilani.
what I'd like to do is open this matter up for the public at this time. No cards? Can I have a motion to close the hearing at this time for the public to speak?
I'd like to make a motion to close.
Motion by Vice Mayor Perano. Is there a
Second.
Second by Councilmember Manalo. The public hearing is now closed at this time. May I obtain a motion for the city attorney to read by title only? I'll make that motion.
Second.
And is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Di Giovanni. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Madam City Attorney, would you read by title only?
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and members of the City Council. This is an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Daly City, adding Chapter 2.34 and repealing and replacing certain sections of Title II of the Municipal Code regarding boards and commission. And a council member may introduce the ordinance.
Okay, would anyone like to introduce the
I think you
ordinance?
should, Mayor.
You should.
I think it should
Yeah.
be you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, please,
colleague.
Mayor.
It's recommended that myself, Glenn Sylvester, will introduce the ordinance.
Yes.
Thank you again, and thank you, everyone who participated. And I would like to thank the particular commission who brought this to our attention quite some time ago. And I thank that commission because we learn from our commissioners and we consider them very valuable. So I'd like to thank that particular commission. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right, next item is item number 17, approval of benefit assessments for Linda Vista area for fiscal year 26-27. Mr. Chu, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening again. This is another item that we bring before the City Council every year. This is the approval of the benefit assessments for Linda Vista area for fiscal year 2026 and 27. City Council Resolution 90-55 established the Linda Vista Area Benefit Assessment District. The benefited areas is subdivided into two drainage basins, the Linda Vista and the Bay Ridge area. These subdivisions were required to detain on-site stormwater runoff in excess of the flow rate before the land was developed. So there's two areas. The Bay Ridge drainage area serves a total of 177 lots. The Bay Ridge area drains through a detention basin located on the east side of Alexis Circle. The other area is Linda Vista drainage area. That serves a total of 176 lots. This area drains to a detention basin located on the west side of Linda Vista Drive. These facilities are unique to the subdivisions, and they serve the required special services in excess of normal city maintenance. An engineer's report is prepared every year, and this year it was filed with the city clerk's office on April 13, 2026. It describes the services to be provided, estimated costs for those services, and the basis and schedule for the property assessments for fiscal year 26 and 27. The assessments for the fiscal year 26-27 for Linda Vista and Bay Ridge is proposed to remain the same as the previous fiscal year. The Linda Vista drainage basin areas, each lot is proposed to be assessed $151.13. And for the Bay Ridge detention basin, which is 177 lots, the proposed assessment is $100.46. The proposed assessments would generate a total of $44,380.30. It would be proposed to have the county tax collectors collect this for the city through their property tax rolls. So with that, staff is recommending that the City Council conduct a public hearing and then approve the Linda Vista Area Engineers Report and the benefit assessments for fiscal year 2026 and 27. That concludes my presentation. I'd be happy to answer any questions council may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chu. Any questions for Mr. Chu? Seeing none and hearing none, I'd like to open it up at this time for the public to respond. Do we have any cards? No cards at this time. I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing at this time.
Motion to close.
Oh, go ahead.
We have a first and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor of closing the public hearing at this time, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, may I have a roll call vote? May I have a motion for the approval of benefit assessments for Linda Vista for fiscal year 26-27?
Motion.
Second?
Motion by Councilmember Manalo, second by Councilmember Di Giovanni. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Di Giovanni?
Aye.
Ms. Perano?
Aye.
Ms. Manalo?
Aye.
Mr. Sylvester.
Glenn Sylvester, aye.
Thank you,
The
Mr.
motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Chu. Item number 18, second reading, ordinance number 1491, adding chapter 15.09 to the municipal code regarding hours of construction. And Madam City Attorney, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and members of City Council. This is the second reading of ordinance number 1491, adding chapter 1509 to the municipal code, and it is for adoption.
Thank you very much. This is the second reading, so we'll vote on this matter via a roll call vote. There's no motion needed at this time, so Madam City Clerk, would you kindly call roll? I still would need a motion, okay.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Manalo, second by Councilmember DiGiovanni. Any further discussion? That seems much better. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Ms. DiGiovanni,
Aye.
Ms. Perano,
Aye.
Ms. Manalo,
Aye.
Mr. Sylvester.
Glenn Sylvester, aye. Thank you very much. The next item is appointments to boards, commissions, membership, committee appointments. Do we have any? Okay, thank you. Moving on, council,
Oh, the boards,
board, commission,
Yes.
membership?
through the mayor?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd like to appoint a longtime member of our community, 1990. He went to Jefferson High School, and he also is a military Army veteran and also reservist. He served as well. He spent over 30 years with Samtrans and has retired and is looking to give back as a recreation commissioner. His name is Gennaro, otherwise known as Gene Raimondo, Rimando. And let's see, anything else about him? Let's see. He's married and takes care of his mother. And recently his father has passed on. And looking forward to serving. And then he actually watched some of the Recreation Commission meetings, and that gave him a better idea of, I think, of what it was and the commitment to be made. And I think he's very familiar with, he says, with our director, Denise Brown, who seems to be, a lot of people know her, as he has attended a lot of our War Memorial youth activities while at Jefferson High School as well. So his name is Gennaro, and he's already filled out an application as well and sent it in.
Okay. Before we go into discussion, I would gladly second your nomination.
Okay.
And now open it up for discussion or questions that my colleagues may have. All right, hearing none and seeing none, I want to thank, before we take the vote, I just want to make a comment. Councilmember DiGiovanni, thank you for your nomination this
Oh,
evening.
thank you.
And as I'm looking through the list here, if this motion passes, that now fills up our Recreation
Oh,
Commission.
that's great.
Right, because we appointed, right, Denise? All right. So great, so we're moving along, so I just wanted to make that comment. So, so we have a nomination and a second by myself. Can I have a roll call vote, please? Okay, all in favor of the nomination by Councilmember DiGiovanni, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion passes. Thank you.
And I just
Councilmember.
wanted to update the mayor and my colleagues also. I had emailed Ms. Paniza and let her know, and, you know, in a manner that, thanking her for her service, hopefully to hear back from her, because I believe she's still out of the country. I'm not sure if she is or not, but I did email her to make sure that I try to stay on top, since I've been, you know, trying to get back on my feet. And then I also reached out to Maria Carson, and she actually has some pretty valid reasons of why she didn't attend in the past, and that some of the corrections that I believe she spoke with the city manager today about her attendance, and that what she has is that she did attend in July, and she did attend in 2025 and then it says supposedly that she did not. And she has proof. She said there's video and other things from Air Lollipops. And I can either reappoint her tonight, or if you have any more questions, if you guys would prefer to speak with her on your own, that would be fine as well, because before she recommits.
All right, well, I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I think this is a discussion that we would have to have as per the new ordinance that we adopted tonight.
Sure.
Uh,
Is it coming in effect right now too, doesn't it?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry?
It's in effect right now,
Yeah,
which is good.
well, yeah, but so in this particular case, and I think council should be provided a list of the absences of your nominee, and as you had made mention, she would have a right to be heard because you said
Okay.
she may have some proof that she was actually
Okay.
here. So I think it would,
That's
the
fair.
council members would like to hear that before we take a vote on
So
it.
how do we do that? How do they contact you guys, or do they have to do it in public?
Well, well, Madam City
does that work?
Attorney, correct me if I'm wrong, the mere fact that you are mentioning it right now
Yeah.
is proof enough, and we can
Oh.
make arrangements to have her appear, or?
So I'd just like to point out, tonight, we did have the introduction of the ordinance, so the ordinance is not technically in effect just yet.
Oh, okay.
But,
But out of respect for my colleagues, yeah.
right. So in the event that you want to have a discussion about it, we can agendize it a different way with other discussions if
Yeah.
there was discussion.
Okay. I think
Just
that's
like you
fair
said, we're
enough.
just trying to be fair to one another.
Absolutely.
And we want cohesiveness on our boards.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Councilwoman
thank you.
Giovanni. Mr. Piccolotti, did you have something? Oh, okay. All right.
Thank you for that. And then hopefully I'll hear from Ms. Paniza soon.
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you for that as well.
Just trying to
That's-
say, yeah, thank you very much, Mayor, for your patience.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay,
And my council members.
all right. Any others?
No, that's it. That
Okay, thank
cleans
you.
up the house.
Thank you.
Cleaning up.
Thank you, Councilmember Di Giovanni.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, moving on to council committee reports. Vice Mayor. I saw,
I'm always like, what goes there and what did I do? I think I have to skip the council committee but items that I've done the last couple weeks, events and such. Should I
Committee
wait?
first.
Vice Mayor, you could lay it all out.
Okay, I'll just do it now. Today, Skyline College had a ribbon cutting at the building too. That was really exciting for Student Services and Workforce Center. It's amazing, and nice thing about that building is they didn't tear it down or rebuild it. They kind of ramped it up and did a beautiful job, and that was really nice. There were numerous people from Daly City and Daly City Coma Chamber of Commerce, one of which is sitting there. Hi, Miss Denise. So it was a lovely, you would say, it was like a million degrees there. Was it about 80? What happened?
Ooh.
It was like 80 degrees. We were roasting and it was outside. But anyway, it was a great event. That was today. Let's see how many of us were there for the 4th annual Daly City Poet Laureate Program commencement, and that was here. Mayor Glenn, council members Manalo and Di Giovanni. A lot of support. City Manager Tom Piccolotti, Assistant City Manager Tim Nevin. Kudos to DCPLA Executive Director Victoria Magbilang and President Clayton Koo. I'd like to thank also Library Director Chella Anderson and all the staff. I think everybody was there. It was a beautiful event. Daly City Earth Day. That was nice. Our Power, Our Planet joined with the Daly City Host Lions Club members, got together and provided the hot dogs and chips and dessert I'd like to give a shout out to those who worked. Peggy Sue Lopez Mendoza and her husband Roy, Bradley Rojas, Marie Villarosa, David York, and President Sherwin Lum. And so that was a lot of fun. I will say that I got to hang out with Leilani for a bit, and she's amazing. But also Republic Services. And I just wanted to mention, I was there, Sam, where there was Sanya, Sam, and Kayla. But I hung out with Sam, and I will tell you, we all need to buy stock in microwaves.
What?
Everybody had at least, 1, 2, 3 microwaves they were recycling. It was just like, microwave. What do you have? How many, what do you have for us today? That was the question. Almost everybody had a microwave. So you figure you're throwing out and recycling a microwave, you go buy another microwave, right? So either go into business to fix microwaves or buy stock in microwaves. But so it was really, really a nice event. And may I say, what did we guess? How many? 662?
Approximately 650 households we served.
Can you imagine? That was over 100 more than we had last year. So kudos to the police, everybody who worked. And I was quite impressed with the microwave. I kept asking, how may we help you? Or what do you have for us today? An occasional mattress, an occasional tire, microwave. It was crazy. Anyway, special film premiere of the short film Daly City. And I wanted to give that is huge kudos to Chella Anderson. Chella, if you haven't seen it already, you should watch it. It's 16 minutes. The film is called Daly City. It's filmed here. And the story basically is the filmmaker was a story about something that happened when he was a child with his mom. And it was very good. So if you have a minute, I won't go into it, but if you have a minute, you need to watch it. So that was really good. I attended the scholarship award ceremony at Skyline College. Was meet and greet with students, and then the award ceremony followed in the school theater. We were all at Legacy Business Celebration. I'll let someone else highlight that. That was fun. Student of the Year recognition 2026, Jefferson Elementary School District with Mayor Glenn, Councilmember Giovanni, Police Chief Christensen, Acting Fire Chief Nick Gracia. The room was full of happy parents and graduates, 5th graders and 8th graders. I think their stories were, right? You sit there going, how old are you? Yeah, it was amazing. The children were, and I'll let Mayor Glenn talk about that one. The kids, their stories, what they want to do, what they've done in the community and in their schools was great. I was asked to be on the advisory board of the Northern California Nursing Academy. We had a lovely 3-hour Zoom meeting, and a great organization that is right here on Gellert in Daly City. That was really nice. And then the last thing is Seton Medical Center. Councilmember Jessalyn Manalo and I were honored to be taken on a tour of Seton Medical Center with Chair of the board, Fred Naranjo, and Tim Schultz, Associate Chief Operating Officer. What was really nice about Seton was, we all have that worry that it's going to close any second. But to see the updates in the machines and the what they've been doing in the hospital gives me great hope that it's moving in the right direction. I was not able to go to Coastside, but Jessalyn was, so I'm sure she'll speak about that. And the last thing I'd like to ask is the Daly City Host Lions Club is having our nickel auction. And basically, it's going to be, I shouldn't say, I keep telling my grandsons don't use basically. But anyway, it is a nickel auction. You sit there, you see the stuff, and you go, I'll bid a nickel. And then you say, I'll bid it 10 cents, and then I'll bid 15. If it adds up and you get the lot, you pay. But if you bid and you bid and you bid, we all owe money. And it's a great fundraiser to help.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, everybody owes money. Take your checkbook. It's going to be at Classic Bowl on Thursday, May 21st. Admission is free, so 5:30 to 8:30. So if you can go, please go. If you have anything that's worth something, let me know. I'm collecting it so we can have it for the nickel auction. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Councilmember Manalo, please.
Thank you, Mayor Glenn. I saw you looking right at me, so I will go next. First and foremost, I wanted to say that I was able to attend the VLF advocacy in the California legislature with the Assembly member Diane Pappin, who led the charge to present to a budget subcommittee, who the chair was Sharon Quirk Silva. On there, Assembly members Jessica Caloza, Assembly member Matt Haney, Assembly member Liz Ortega, but really a broad coalition of folks came from the county, both from on the city level, county staff, and also nonprofit organizations to really urge and advocate for us to get our full amount of what's owed to us in regards to the vehicle license fees. And so that was the first part of that. And then also the following week, we had Senator Becker, who led the charge on the Senate side. And was also, I'm glad to be able to go there and advocate again and speak for us as a city of Daly City to make sure we get our full amount. And with that, it was also full of coalitions of folks from labor to also nonprofits. And the same message is, that those dollars are owed to the cities and the county, and therefore we need the full reimbursement. And that's where we're at. Just keep pushing to make sure. I mean, we're the second largest city in the county, so it's very important for us to be at the table and voice our concerns. But it was also great to see that there were some legislatures that were on the subcommittee in the assembly side that are already advocates for us. I would say Assembly member Matt Haney did speak out and advocate for us right in the very beginning after the presentation of Supervisor Corzo and Supervisor Spear. So we're going to keep pushing, and hopefully we get those dollars back. We're going to say why those dollars are very important for us to ensure, we get that allocation that directly goes back to our general fund. So also attended a Daly City Poet Laureate. Always so inspiring and wonderful to see. Also attended Cora's Spring Gala. For those watching, Cora is really an organization that fights against domestic and intimate violence prevention. I was also there with a women commissioner, Lizelle Chan, who was there with her husband. Also attended Para Sa Comunidad at South San Francisco High School for their Filipino American Club, really where they brought in vendors from around the community and had a panel on community empowerment. And then also attended Society's Heart Delight, in which Senator Josh Becker was in attendance, as well as I sit on the Peninsula Division for Cal Cities. And so some of my colleagues on there, closer to the Santa Clara side, were present. The film screening of Daly City was very powerful, and for such a short film, it just captured so much depth around Nick Hartano's experience growing up in Daly City. Let's see, also the tour of Seton Hospital with Vice Mayor Teresa Proaño. It was good to see what has been updated in the hospital, and then also that there's continued investments that we saw around even technological advances. Getting CT scans, and also, I don't even know what it. Yeah, it was what is it? Blood testing machines that were, yeah, and they had invested in making sure, they have two, and then also having a CT scan that is huge. So, the investments are being put in there for the long term. And I was also able to see a tour of Coastside, Seton Coastside, and the upgraded facility there also shows a very long-term commitment because of the unfortunate issues around the plumbing. And I think, there was a lot that needed to be done there, but they definitely invested for the long term. So if you were to look at the facility, everything, how they designed it was to be, if there were any situations, they're covered. If there were to be no electricity, they made sure that everything was for long term. I mean, and if you go there, it's a skilled nursing facility, right? Or a skilled nursing facility, and they just made it in a way where if they were to do a redesign, which what happened, which is something that they needed to do, but they did it in a way where it was thoughtfully done, because every aspect of making sure the egresses and also the materials used. The materials used was like literally, I don't know. When I look at it, it's a very zen. This is a very zen space where if you were to be living there and getting the treatment or whatnot, you will feel already a sense of peace. I mean, when someone told me it's like, oh, it like they use materials that look like you're in a like hotel. They really did. So when you look at it, it's like that's going to be an investment long term. So I think that it's showing that even on the coast side, where they put in a lot of effort, as well as the hospital, that as much as they can, they're making upgrades.
And may I just jump in? Remember the staff that came and told us about the elevator? How the elevator was broken, it had to go outside, and they fixed that elevator. It was nice to walk in and see that they spent, they spent a lot of money, and they got the elevator fixed, and it just gave me great hope that, Seton's on its way up, I would say. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, it's okay, Vice Mayor. Agreed on that front. Also, I would like to say for the record, Madam City Clerk, I know we're in City Council reports. I would definitely love to look and request to see if we can revisit our below market rate manual. I know that when we did look over the below market rate manual. It was supposed to be in an annual basis, but I think it's been some time. We've definitely been seeing the need for more of our community members to have affordable housing opportunities. And so I'd like to see if there's a possibility for us to look at codifying ways to make sure Daly City residents are given preferences. I know we say that whenever there is a development that happens in front of us, but I think if we have it included in, our municipal code or our somewhere where we don't have to ask a developer every single time, I think that even process-wise, everyone that's participating in this will know this is just what they have to do. And I know that our nonprofit developers are working with us continuously, but I think that it's so important that our residents have that fair shot first and foremost, because we hear that, there's many times our population actually went down. And so they're moving out. And so if we're able to find ways for residents to remain, I'd like to look at this. I know that San Francisco has been having a preference since 2016. It's called a neighborhood preference, but I think for us as a city and a smaller city, that it's just we don't have to do it by neighborhood. I think it's really around being able to sustain our residents and their families in Daly City. Also, lastly, I want to thank, also attended the AAPI Fest, and I just want to say, happy Asian American Native Hawaiian Pacific Islanders Month. There was an event at Classic Bowl called Over the Fog, and it's been happening for, I think, about 8 years now, officially, but started 10 years ago. But it was really wonderful, very family friendly bowling, and a lot of local vendors that were there. And thank you to Melody Gawley, who it's her passion every year to put on this event. And of course, DJ Keith O was there, and also Classic Bowl for hosting. Lastly, I want to thank Dr. Rodas Magbal for being my alternate on CCAG this Thursday. He's going to be representing. I will be joining a panel for AAPI Heritage Month, and it's going to be located at the Golden State Front Office headquarters in Mission Rock. And it's going to be a discussion around amplified voices and ensuring empowerment for the communities. And so that's going to be happening on Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any others? Councilmember DiGiovanni, go ahead.
I'll make mine short because
No, it's
I
okay.
appreciate the vice mayor already saying that we were all at JESD Student of the Year, amazing with the students. Shayla with the ceremony and your librarians, amazing for that film, Daly City. And in 16 minutes, I believe it is, it captures so many feelings that people were related to. And he's from Daly City, and he came back, how appropriately, and hopefully looking for more spots. Very proud of the filmmaker. Poet laureate, what can we say? Always delightful and such a happy time. And our Small Business Commission. Oh, yeah. Yes, we were all there, and our mayor spoke.
Said you were gonna be.
Yeah, I'll let the mayor speak.
Oh, no, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, and that we were all there in attendance. I'm happy to say, all 5 council members, and that it was just so heartwarming, and it's always a good thing. Everybody's a winner, so I'll let him to speak on that one as well. And I think that's, well, where else do we, oh, the mental health that President of the Board of Supervisors, Noelia Corzo, as I mentioned earlier, in the mental health, it was for elected officials only. And things like even having a late meeting, and then you get home, you have to unwind, then you have to get up the next day, perhaps with family obligations or what have you. And that people don't really, it does take a toll on elected officials. And they gave tips, and hopefully they'll have the next one where everybody else can attend. And the same goes for all of you, the directors of our departments, that, we recognize in our chief and our city manager and Leilani, that, the late nights, and then you go home, and then you can't really go to sleep yet. So all that. So it really encompasses, and maybe that one of the workshops can maybe come here through the mayor and to help, because it was very interesting. So Councilmember Manalo was there as well, and hopefully we'll have another one again. They had it in Redwood City. People from Pacifica, elected officials, our neighbors, San Bruno, South City, everywhere. So it was good, a really good attendance. So I made it short because I want the mayor to elaborate on the Small Business Awards. Were fabulous and well-deserved, and pretty emotional because I noticed that that Shay from the Broadmoor Cleaners really meant a lot to them, in the Hilltop Beauty Salon and all that. They were really, it really means a lot. So thank you, Mayor. I'll leave the rest up to you. And great speech you gave. It was great.
Thank you, Councilmember DiGiovanni. Let me first start off, if I may.
And thank you to the
While it's
speakers,
fresh
right?
on my mind, legacy business, it was very good. Thank you to staff and putting it all together. And the best part that I found is working with Tom Nuris. We had that certain energy where we play off each other. I always try to make jokes, but he comes right back and he's right there with me. The selection of the various businesses was definitely well worth it. I mean, it was great, and staff did an excellent job. It ran well, and very, very appreciative. I actually am looking forward to next year because it was that good. Okay, April 30th, I met with the Department of Emergency Management, Emergency Service Council meeting to which we meet. And I have a lot here, but I'm only going to talk about 2 things that was of interest. The whole entire meeting was of interest to me. But I'll first talk about San Mateo County is adopting a one county, one voice approach to
Wow.
emergency. That means inconsistent messaging across jurisdiction can create confusion, erodes trust, and delays protective action. Now, it was brought up that if anybody knows Daly City, it's Daly City themselves. So why would you depend on someone else to put out throughout their whole entire county as to they put out the information? No, Daly City would put out the information to be disseminated across the county. I don't know exactly how it's done now, but this is a concerted effort to make sure that well, the one who is in charge or whatever city is affected, they're the ones who's going to put out the emergency information. There's more to that, but I'm not going to get further into detail. The second one I found very important, and I kind of bookmarked some of these maps. I have the maps of the entire county who would be affected if a tsunami were to hit. And this is some good information. So I'll take the town of Broadmoor, for instance. You know how many buildings Broadmoor has that would be affected? Teresa, stop looking at my paper.
What
Huh?
does it say?
None.
What?
None. Okay? The town of Colma, how many buildings? None.
None.
Daly City. None.
Really? Wow.
Half Moon Bay,
Oh,
1,500 buildings.
wow.
Hillsborough,
Definitely.
none.
None?
Pacifica,
Yeah.
1,500
Yeah.
buildings. Portola Valley, none. And you know, I can keep going and going, but this is some good information because it's all about emergency preparedness if something were to happen. So that's something to be aware of. And the last thing, there's about 12 different things, but the last thing also is we have to plan for the future in hazmat vehicle. And right now, our vehicle is about, I think it's 15 years old, and
Is
we
it?
want to make plans to get another one.
Uh-oh.
It's going to take 4 to 5 years for them to build it. And as it is with fire, you get some, like monopolies, you can only go through certain companies, and they basically got you in over a barrel. So we're looking at ways to put money down on the vehicle now. Maybe we can freeze the price. So that's that. The other, we had an emergency meeting on HART, Housing Endowment and Regional Trust. And the most important thing there is they're trying to do some creative financing to purchase a building at 1650 South Delaware Street in San Mateo for a purchase price of 55 million. They're looking at getting bonds, and basically it's for the school system, workforce housing. And we've been working on that. A lot of questions have been asked, is basically over my head as to the acquisition and the creative financing as to how they're coming up with ways to make this work. But we're constantly looking. Housing is an issue. You all know that Eastmore is coming pretty soon, right over Eastmore near Seton Hospital. And that's been approved, and that's finally moving ahead. So just wanted to let you know. So let me see, legacy, oh, Vice Mayor. Jefferson Elementary School District, the student of the year. They were all good,
All of them.
but one that impressed me that you did not hear from. And this young lady basically traveled the world.
Yes.
You remember Pam?
Yes, I do.
And very intelligent.
Yeah.
And I
Kunji,
think,
right? Is her
huh?
name Kunchi or something?
I think she's Korean.
Korean, yeah.
Right, and the mere thing, you can tell her statute, she's very humble and shy, but at the same point, she is intelligent, she speaks very well, and I think she aspires to become an ambassador. And if she was an ambassador, I would listen. And how can a fifth grader be so in depth and just know? I just wanted to say I was impressed.
I was
with that
impressed.
and want to let you know. So that's all I have.
It was great.
And okay, so can I move ahead? Move forward? Move forward? Oh yes, Councilmember Manalo.
And which is just really wonderful to see all of the businesses at the event. And I was reminded that in 2021, it's when I was mayor, we started the Small Business Commission. And to see what they're able to accomplish and how they are able to put their input in who they've seen as businesses over time is really wonderful. I want to say something. I know that my colleague mentioned I was at the Be Sensitive, Be Brave training for elected officials around mental health. I was, being open-minded and everything, but a slide came on. And it was the impacts of psychological and physical violence. And when that slide came on, my body felt tense. I was brought back to a place that happened in 2022. And so we have these trainings, which is great, but did not realize that seeing that up there brought me back to a place where it is truly unacceptable, regardless of how you feel, to ensue violence upon one another. And so I just want to say it again, that physical violence is unacceptable. And so thank you for the time, Mayor. I know we're here for a reason, and I just needed to share with all of you. And I know it's some vulnerability, but I have to, because that moment was really helpful to find tools, but also the realities that we face as elected officials. There's moments you have no idea what you will encounter. So thank you for the time.
Okay, thank you. All right, item number 20, City Council, or did we kind of mix all that up? Are there anyone? No? Okay, I guess we kind of mixed it all up between committees and City Council events. Thank you very much. Next item is number 21 for staff reports. Staff?
I do
Thank
have
you,
a
Mayor.
staff report on the item.
You go first.
Okay, Madam City Attorney, thank you.
Yes, this is the staff report, the status of the update on the implementation of the resolution of censure.
Okay.
I'd like to give an update.
Okay,
Okay.
please.
So this report provides a follow-up on the implementation, the current status of the council's resolution of censure adopted on October 27, 2025, concerning Councilmember Pamela DiGiovanni. This is an update as part of the council's direction per the resolution to track compliance with the requirements of that resolution. So I just wanted to provide a little bit of background because I know that some of the council members weren't here in prior resolutions. So by way of background, the council previously addressed this matter in January of 2024 through a resolution of admonishment. And that action followed an independent investigation which substantiated about 21 acts of harassment, bullying towards city staff, and along the misuse of city resources and improper directives to employees. The investigation included findings related to the use of the city vehicle for non-city purposes and directing city staff outside established channels and conduct toward staff that was determined to be unprofessional and hostile. So at that time, the council did direct corrective actions, including completion of sensitivity training and the issuance of a public apology as corrective action, but that was not completed. So that lack of completion, together with the subsequent conduct, formed part of the basis of the council's later action to proceed with a resolution of censure. Following the admonishment, additional incidents were reported and later substantiated through an independent investigation that was conducted in 2025. As reflected in that investigation, the sustained findings conducted an inappropriate direction to staff, disruptive and confrontational public behavior at public events, and actions that city employees reported as creating discomfort in the workplace as well as city-sponsored events. The investigation completed in 2025 substantiated these allegations and found violations of the municipal code, particularly section 2.202 relating to entrustment administrative services, and municipal code relating with relations of city staff and improper direction of staff bypassing established administrative authority. The investigation documented a lack of participation in the investigated dispute with multiple outreach efforts. So based on this record, the council did conduct a notice public hearing on October 27, 2025, which was now the result of the adopted resolution of censure. So as reflected in that resolution, the City Council issued a formal censure expressing strong disapproval of conduct that included harassment and in culturally insensitive behavior, improper use of the position to direct city staff, hostile conduct, improper directives in violation of the municipal code, and non-completion of corrective actions, along with a lack of participation in the investigated process. So by way of update, the resolution did impose specific measures, and those included a restriction of the use of city vehicles, removal from committees and city-paid activities, suspension of staff-supported ceremonial functions in preparation of certificates, and included an oversight of direct communication with city staff through the city manager. It required a completion of mandatory trainings, which included covering harassment prevention, ethics, professional conduct, and anger management, and also included a strong recommendation to issue a written apology to staff to be completed within 6 months of the resolution of censure. Importantly, the resolution provided that no privileges or assignments would be reinstated unless and until those required trainings were completed and accepted by the council, which is the report this evening. With respect to the implementation in March 2026, Council DiGiovanni did contact the City Attorney's Office to inquire about the required trainings as indicated in the resolution. The city attorney did respond and included the Department of Human Resources to coordinate the schedule of the trainings. In April 2026, Human Resources did provide a schedule for the required trainings, which included ethics training, anti-harassment training, professional conduct training, and enrollment and anger management sessions with a target completion date of August 7th, 2026. Following that coordination, Councilmember DiGiovanni did request cancellation of the scheduled trainings and indicated a need for additional time. So as a result, the trainings have not been completed to date as initially scheduled, and no alternative schedule has been finalized to date. So as of this report, the required trainings identified in the resolution have not been completed. Under the resolution, the complete required training is a condition for the restatement of the privileges and assignments, and the restrictions imposed by the resolution does remain in effect until we receive more information. So the city does remain available to coordinate with the council member and to coordinate the required trainings, and we will continue to monitor the implementation and provide updates to the council as appropriate. This concludes the report as a status. Thank you.
Medical reasons.
Okay. Thank you. So that's just a report for all of us, and it's not subject to discussion, or?
You may have some general discussion. It's just
Right.
a status report, no action.
Okay, so no action is going to be taken. Basically, this is an update on reports as to what has transpired. Thank you for that history. Is there any questions from anyone regarding this? Pam?
Oh. I usually wouldn't even make a comment,
Okay,
but I think
you don't
that
have
in
to.
addition, it's because I'm currently still under medical care. And that was written in my emails, in my communications.
Okay.
And the stress of it will cause more blood clots
Okay,
and endanger me.
okay, anyone else have any questions? Madam City Attorney, I picked up on one area you had made mention. According to the censor, this is conditional based upon completion of the various parts of this. So basically, what I'm hearing is unless it's done, I guess we will review this, say, every 6 months, and it's council's going to make the final determination as to whether the censor can be taken off or modified or.
Yes, so essentially, certain privileges and assignments that I had stated are part of the resolution of censure. And upon completion of the trainings as indicated, that's when any privileges or assignments can be reinstated by the council.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well, thank you, Councilmember Di Giovanni. I hope that things can work out because uh, we don't like to see and that this continues. I mean, I feel that to have a full and complete council without any restrictions, we can work together. But I do understand your point as well. So I just wanted to let you know that. But we really do care. Staff is cares as well, and basically we want to ensure that you're okay, but at the same time that staff realizes that we care as well for them, and we don't want to be liable in any way, shape, or form as well. So I'm going to just put that out there. Hopefully, we'll revisit this again in the coming next time around, and we hope for the best. Okay. All right. All right.
May I, through the mayor?
Who's
Just, may-
Oh, you.
Me, sorry.
Yes.
It sounds concerning, Councilmember Di Giovanni, for stress to do these, actually, what are they? Are they just online things?
But we scheduled, I think, in person to have
Oh.
it in person, but we can definitely accommodate if they need to have online trainings as well.
Well, there's an option, online. Maybe it won't be so stressful.
I'm under medical care, and because of not having due process, and because I was not given a chance to, on my own, to defend myself, and I ended up in ICU because of all this, and it's pretty stressful on me. And if you felt in my shoes, which I know everything, then I know that there's been instances, I'm not pointing any fingers, especially at you, but other people have come into community centers yelling that I've done something that I didn't. That was recently, that right before I went into the ICU, and that I'm pointed out as me. I don't want to get into it right now because I really should just be quiet because I'll start crying. And that I sent a letter saying that my health was at risk, and I almost died. So I'm sitting here with still blood clots. Stress and blood clots don't mix together. It will kill you. And I had surgery, emergency surgery. That's what I'm saying, yeah. And I sat here and tried to participate and didn't go to Progress Seminar and what have you. But anyway, I probably should just not say anything.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it out of respect to tell you about the medical, because I'm not lying, and it was pretty it's severe. It's still severe.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for the recommendations. Thank you for the inquiry, Vice Mayor, in the sense of trying to come up with alternatives and letting Councilmember Di Giovanni know that we're doing the best that we can. And thank you, Councilmember Di Giovanni, for providing your information as well. And we hope for the
Yeah,
best.
respectfully, I wanted to answer, not sit here and not answer.
All right, thank you. So let's move ahead. The last item, if I'm not mistaken, should be adjournments, and I believe we have two of them. Yes, so we'll Mr. Pigalotti, I forget something?
I just had a couple items, real brief.
Oh, yes.
I'll keep it real brief.
Oh, that was under staff. We're still under staff. You got it. You got it. Thank you.
Two items tonight. Real brief, Water Awareness Month is this month, and Water Awareness and Public Works Week will be celebrated at the next council meeting together. I think it's appropriate that we do them together. The other thing is the Shine event is this Saturday, the 16th, from 10 to 4 at Gellert Park. So I just wanted to throw that out there so that everyone's aware that there's an event at Gellert this weekend and on Saturday. That's all, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that reminder. Okay, adjournments, and we'll start off with Vice Mayor Carano. please.
Thank you, Mayor. The adjournment mine is for Larry Mazzola. Larry Joseph Mazzola passed away peacefully in his sleep on May 2nd, 2026, at the age of 82. A native San Franciscan, Larry spent 47 years playing a major role in the leadership of the Bay Area's labor movement. He served as business manager of Plumbers Union Local 38 for 24 years and dedicated his life to improving the lives of working families. Throughout his career, he served on the Golden Gate Bridge Commission, the Recreation and Park Commission, and as president of the San Francisco Airport Commission. He also served as United Association District 5 vice president on the California State AFL-CIO board, as vice president of the San Francisco Labor Council, and as president of the San Francisco Building Trades Council for 30 years. Larry is survived by his wife of 58 years, Stephanie, his children Larry Jr., Stephen, Judy, and Lori D. Grande, Domenico, his grandchildren Joey, Nick, Sophia, and Stella, and his sister Joanne. He loved his family and his friends and the members of Local 38. Larry negotiated some of the best contracts and implemented some of the strongest benefits for the members of Local 38. And his impact on the labor movement will be felt for generations. Larry enjoyed horse racing, his monthly card games, Sunday flea markets, and family vacations at Connecti. His favorite people called him Papa. And there was a funeral mass at the Cathedral of St. Mary's, and there was over 1,000 people there. So thank you for
Thank
letting
you.
me share that.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Thank you.
Council Member Manalo, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Journeying in memory of Assemblywoman Catherine Stephanie's father, Lawrence M. Stephanie. Lawrence M. Stephanie, a beloved husband, father, papa, brother, uncle, and friend, passed away peacefully on April 29, 2026, surrounded by his family. He was 82 years old. Larry lived a life rooted in devotion to his family, his faith, his country, and his community. The grandson of Italian immigrants from Lucca, Italy, he grew up in Merced, California, in a close-knit Italian Catholic home that shaped his deep sense of loyalty, humor, and service. As a boy, he worked in his family's store, Stephanie Clothier's, learning early that showing up, working hard, and taking pride in what you do matters. His 8th grade yearbook quote was, "The highest of distinctions is service to others," which was not just a sentiment, it was how he lived. He attended Bellarmine College Preparatory, graduating in 1961 before going to his beloved University of Notre Dame, graduating with a degree in political science in 1965. At Notre Dame, he formed lifelong friendships and deep, enduring pride. That pride was unmistakable as he filled his home with Notre Dame songs, stories, and traditions. After Notre Dame, Larry obtained his master's degree in international relations from UC Berkeley. He later served as a first lieutenant in the United States Army, including a year in Vietnam, an experience that shaped both his strength and his tenderness. He was awarded an Army Commendation Medal in April of 1968 for outstanding professional competence and devotion to duty. He carried a quiet sense of duty and resilience for the rest of his life. Larry built a long and respected career in financial services, first with Bank of America and later with Payne Weber UBS, where he mentored many financial advisors and led with integrity. In Merced, he managed one of the most successful and lucrative branches of the Payne Weber Group's worldwide investment network for 23 years. He retired from UBS in 2017 after 37 years. He was unwavering in his commitment to his clients and team. He was endlessly curious and an avid reader. He was a student of history, especially the Civil War, and the kind of person who could win a round of trivia without trying. He loved traveling to Italy and staying connected to family and heritage, and he found joy in music and performance throughout his life. From his time in the boys' choir to the glee club at Bellarmine, many roles at Merced Center for Performing Arts, and singing as a tenor in the choir at St. Patrick's Parish until he was no longer able. Above all, Larry was a man of impact and love. He had a gift for making people feel seen and for bringing lightness into a room. He loved to make others laugh, often with a well-timed phrase or a bit of theatrical flair. His steady encouragement lives on in the words he repeated often: plan, focus, execute. And perseverance is the price of greatness. He was a family man, a devoted husband, and a father whose love knew no bounds. His impact was profound, and he will be deeply missed. He is survived by his children, Catherine Stephanie, Lawrence Michael Stephanie Jr., Christine Stephanie, Carrie Stephanie, Sam Stephanie, and Ali Crum, 15 grandchildren and one great-grandchild, and his former wife, Susan Poole, with whom he had his first 4 children, and his sister, Kathleen Stephanie. He was preceded in death by his loving wife of 46 years, Terry Stephanie, and his parents, Joseph and Mary Stephanie, and his brother, Robert A. Rosary, and Robert A. A Rosary funeral mass will be held on May 18 at 10 a.m. at Our Lady of Mercy Church in Merced, California. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Manalo. Are there any others? All right, if we can kindly please pause for a brief moment of silence, please. Okay, thank you very much. This meeting is now adjourned until next. Thank you.